Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? Guys, it's almost the 4th of July, man. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite holidays. You know what, guys? I probably will do a daytime live, probably around 5 o'clock tomorrow. Guys, we'll do an Independence Day live, right? You know? You know what, guys? Let me see. Let's see here. What are we doing here? Because I'm going to drop the link in the Discord first. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to drop the link early. Here you go, guys. Let's do this. Anyone who's coming up, guys? Hit the link. Guys, we're going to talk about some high maintenance chicks, man. Guys, I know that all you guys have stories of dating these high maintenance chicks. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely insane, man. Never, ever, ever, ever date a high maintenance chick. All these chicks that go out and spend $900 to get their hair done, they have to get these crazy clothes and all this other stuff, right? Because the only person whose money they'd rather spend than theirs is yours, right? Let me see. Red Door, what's up, my friend? Keyshawn says, yeah, high value maintenance woman. Yeah. Yep. That's true. Rayshai, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. DTM, what's up, man? Danny said you're actually on time. Remixer, what's up, dude? Steve, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
White out. What's up, man? Skywind, how's it going? Colin, your camera's on, buddy. Turn your camera off. I'll let you up. There you are. Yeah, guys. Hey, guys. Thanks for the 16,000 subs, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thanks for that, man. You know? I really, really appreciate that. Okay. So, guys, before we do that, Colin, do you remember that we covered those kids in the 5th grade where the girls were trying to delete that one boy because he was cheating? They brought a knife. Yeah. Guys, the misandry, the gynocracy, and the man hating starts early. Here's in high school, right? Here's another story. Colin, let's break some news. Never gets old, dude. Here we go. Here we go. Look at this. High school girl accused of orchestrating love triangle murder. Look at that. Look at that.
18-year-old girl is under arrest in connection to a murder, but she's not the one who police say pulled the trigger. Police say she's the one who put a plan into motion that led to the death of this fellow teenager. And the alleged gunman, now in Jailhouse Orange, had quite the way with words on his social media. And he also tried to plead his case in court before the judge told him to stop. This is per WBTW.
I did not do none of this.
And what makes this story even more tragic is that apparently the alleged shooter and victim knew each other, and what took one life and potentially put another in prison for life, according to police.
All that over some nay. Think about that, guys.
Yeah.
These kids, they are probably, they look like they're from a small town, so they've probably known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
And then this chick got in there, right? And all of a sudden, one deletes the other. Why? All that over some nay, man. Come on, man. There's not a badge in the world that's worth me going to jail for, especially not like this. No way. Look. Lenny, what's up, dude? Solomon, what's up, man? Damon Dennis, how's it going, man? Good to see you.
Was all over a girl. And you will not believe the clues that social media may have left behind. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime.
This idiot.
I'm Chris Stewart.
guys, rate this. Whoever shot the other one, guys, rate them. Well, they were both simping over this chick, right? Rate them on the simp-o-meter.
It's over 9,000!
Today, we're talking about a story that is all the talk of small town South Carolina, and there's a lot of talk about it on social media, and I'll get into that in just a second. 2 teens are under arrest. They are accused in the murder of a third. This is Devin Raper. He's the man who police say pulled the...
What is his last name?
Oh no! Oh no! This poor bastard was doomed before he even was born.
Look! Someone put Devin Raper. Red flag. So the gunman has a very unfortunate last name.
But you know what, though? I bet you that knucklehead 3 or 4. That's probably the reason he actually, or that she, liked him. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, oh no.
This says back in the day, people got their last names by their profession. So does that mean? This guy says, imagine you ruin your life over a girl. Guess they've never heard the phrase, she's not yours, it's just your turn. Facts, right? Guys, I hope. Guys, we're all family here, right? Guys, we're all close. I know for a fact that any subscriber of mine would never, ever do this. You would never, ever, ever take a life over a chick or ruin your life over a chick. I know for a fact. Anyone that hit that like or subscribe button, both, or the join button, hint, hint, wink, wink, would never do such a thing, right? Come on, Steve. What's up, dude? 259, what's up, man? Jameson, what's up, man? Good to see you. Guys, I'm going to do a video on, did you guys see California cook their hotel industry?
No.
They instituted a $30 an hour minimum wage.
What?
Plus healthcare benefits. So it equals out to a $37 per hour minimum wage. And this is right ahead of the Olympics. So as all of the big hotel companies are leaving California. They're leaving. It says screw you. We're done. Hey, Lenny, man, thanks for the $3, buddy. Appreciate that. Thanks so much, guys. Like I said, got 16K. We're gonna keep this cruising along, man. We're gonna keep this channel going, man. So
seriously, garlic croutons, dude.
Hebrew, hey, what's up, man? Dante's here. What's up, man? Who else is here? Rob, what's up, man? Ugly drunken cat. How's it going? Yeah, Hebrew says death by simp. Yeah, not good, man.
The trigger on June 24th. And according to police, this shooting happened in Johnsonville, South Carolina, along this country road around 11:30 p.m. On that road, when police responded, officers found 16-year-old Trey Wright on the ground. He had multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to a hospital where he died. Police say there is video of the altercation that took place that has not been released to the public as of yet. Trey was a high school athlete who loved the outdoors and living life to the fullest, according to his obituary. His high school posted this message saying that they were mourning the loss of one of their own. It didn't take long for police to find the person they say pulled the trigger and killed Trey Wright. Here he is, Devin Raper. He was arrested the next day. We found this picture of him on social media posted by someone who said they were close to Trey Wright. Then on June 30th, another arrest. The person who police say facilitated Trey's murder, here she is, 17-year-old Gianna Kistenmacher. She's facing a charge of accessory before the fact. It is shocking that a teenager would do what police say she did, and I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. But before we get into that connection, we have to talk about the connection that the alleged shooter had with the victim. We know that Trey and Devin Raper knew each other to at least some extent because we saw that they follow each other on TikTok. But these two apparently were not friends. The local sheriff told WBTW TV that Raper and Wright were at odds all over a girl. Both talk about girls a lot on social media, but hey, that is what teens do. This is Trey's final post on TikTok. It was just a couple days before his murder. It is a video of him with someone else. They're dancing on a dark road saying, quote, "I'm just a girl. No, you're the reason I wake up and smile every day." Raper
Garbage
also
simping.
talked a lot about girls on his social media. This is a pic of him flipping the bird at the camera with the caption, quote, "I wish we never met. I wish you would have stopped giving me missed signals, but can you stop because I'm trying to get to know your friend right now." There's no proof at this point that the girl drama that police say led to the death of Trey Wright is related to those specific posts on TikTok, but it just gives you an idea of the conversations that they were having online. But let's talk about the 17-year-old girl who has been arrested, accused of...
Yeah, facts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not good.
Yeah.
That led to his death, but that's chick stuff. You should never, as a guy, you shouldn't do anything like that. It's embarrassing. It led to his death.
But so guys, Hebrew of Hebrew says the reason why God put the story of Adam and Eve in front of the Bible. Yeah, but Hebrew, don't you know now that in these modern day churches, these Joel Osteens, Adam and Eve were all created equally? And that there is no order of God because God just loves LDHD TVs and feminism, according to all these modern chicks, right, guys? Absolutely insane. You know what I mean? Guys, I've even heard it say, "Oh, well, Genesis was actually misinterpreted because when God made Eve, he pulled her out of his rib, but the rib went sideways, so they're so side by side next to each other before God." Please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Guys, these modern chicks honestly believe that. They cannot believe that the Bible is a patriarchal document, meaning from the father. They can't believe that there's actual rules and guidelines that actually say, look, you guys should probably shut up.
Yeah.
You let the men do what men do.
Yeah.
Keyshawn said it. These steel forests think that God is intergalactic Santa Claus. Clown world. And that's why they always go, it's about a relationship. It's not about the Bible. I'm not religious. Or, how many times have you heard, I believe in Jesus, but I'm not a Christian because that's religion. I'm spiritual. I have a relationship. Guys, basically, that's a woman code for...
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
That's all it is.
I can do whatever I want is basically what that means.
Yep, that's true.
Facilitating all of this and causing so much pain and heartache for the family of Trey Wright. According to police, Kistenmacher, here's her mugshot once again, knew all the details of the boys being rivals about a female. Police say she drove Devin Raper to meet Trey Wright on the night of the murder, quote, knowing that Raper was armed and that there would be a confrontation for violence likely to lead to the death based on statements made in her presence. She is now in jail. Her bond has been denied, according to local media reports. As for Devin Raper, here is video from WBTW of his first court appearance. He was denied bond, but he actually tried to speak up in court and talk to the judge and explain his case.
I did not do none of this. There was 4 more people.
All right, I'm not here to try.
I understand that.
I'm not here to try your case, but you can speak to law enforcement and you can also talk to attorney.
Before we get back to this episode of On the Case, I need to take a break and talk about our partners at Thrive Market. It's an issue that so many people have. When you go to the grocery store, how do you find food that is not just a craving, head over to Thrive Accessory after the fact to a felony gift when you join. In fact, in August of last year, he was arrested on a charge of being accessory after the fact to a felony or murder. He was released.
Whoa! So Corn Nug was already involved in a murder, and then he commits one himself.
Oh my God!
Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this, man.
That's probably why the girl liked him in the first place. Is that he like deleted somebody and was like kind of a scumbag. This kid was going to become a scumbag.
Yeah,
you know, he already had a tattoo at 16.
He's probably huffing glue already.
Yeah, like it's not good. Yeah.
Huffing gas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's been drinking wild turkey since he's like 9 years old. And that's
what an absolute dunderhead, guys.
Yeah.
Released from jail in November, and then those charges were dismissed in February, according to WBTW. Joining us now is criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Matt Mangino. Matt,
kind of looks like he's holding in a
giant,
right? Look at his face.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time, as always, to be with us on Law and Crime. This is a sad case, especially with the loss of Trey Wright, who was a teenager, and then you have these two other teenagers who have been charged in connection to his death. And Gianna Kistenmacher is the 16-year-old girl who has been arrested as an accessory to this shooting. And police believe that she knew that Devin Raper, who's the person who's accused of pulling the trigger, and Trey Wright, who's the victim, that she knew that they were having issues, that Devin Raper allegedly wanted to hurt or kill Trey Wright, and that she brought Devin Raper to this place where they ended up having an altercation. What does the law say about her role in all of this and why it's criminal?
Well, number one, according to the news reports, she knew that her co-defendant in this case had a gun, and she knew that there was going to be a confrontation, and she brought him there knowing that. And so under South Carolina law, she's an accessory before the fact.
Good.
Okay. Good. Guys, tomorrow, we're gonna do Independence Day special, and we're gonna talk about the Diddler trial. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys saw the outcome of that, right? How they draw. I mean, he was acquitted of all but like the two lowest charges. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the case. It'd be good to learn something about it.
Yeah. Knew what was going to happen. She knew that there was possibly going to be a crime of violence with a weapon, and she still brought the defendant or her co-defendant to the place where this crime ultimately occurred.
And just from the press release that
Gianna was there, nothing.
Anyways, guys, we're here. Check this out. I saw this one earlier today. This.
A former county treasurer in Arizona pleaded guilty to 3 felony charges in federal court Thursday. She's accused of stealing nearly $40 million from the county over a 10-year period.
Wow.
$40 million.
Jesus.
Now, guys, here, Colin, Snowboard, I have one question. This shit. And what do you think that question is?
If she was a Democrat or Republican?
Well, obviously she was a Democrat, right?
Yeah. That's what popped into my head. So
why are you still in America? Why? You still 39 grand? Guys, I'm calling you from non-extradition country. Who wants to come and visit in my compound full of freaking naked chicks freaking serving me grapes? You know what I'm saying? Guys, 39 million? You can freaking go anywhere and live the rest of your life. Yeah. Red versus who's auditing the finances? Yeah. Guys, I'm not doing any, guys, please. I don't condone illegal behavior. But guys, if you're going to do dirt for 39 million.
Yeah.
That's life-changing money. I'm just saying that if I had to take a risk, it would be 38 million. Why are you still in America? Why? You figure what that was about over 10 years, $3 million a year, $3.2 million a year, roughly. 3 years, I'm gone. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Packing up everything, getting a boat.
Yeah.
Is sailing in international waters. Greed and stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Guys, please don't do anything illegal. But if you guys are going to risk your safety,
make it
I would
worth
say
it.
38 million is a pretty sweet number.
Yeah.
Catherine Pearson has more.
She can get
Word
it, though.
travels
Yeah, she's
fast
hot,
in a small
yeah.
town like Nogales, and the news from this morning is still burning in neighbors' ears.
I feel sorry for her, but I also feel that
Sorry for her?
she should have known better.
This morning, Elizabeth Gutfar listened to a judge retell what she had been accused of doing for the last decade. In front of Santa Cruz County leaders, she admitted it was all true.
At least she admitted in a court of law that she was responsible for defrauding the county out of.
Oh yeah, Damon. Yeah, guys, do what Russell Simmons did. Just move to Bali. Even if they figure out that Russell Simmons did something wrong, they ain't getting him. You know what I'm saying? He left. Garrett Grant, what's going on, my friend? What is going on? Good to see you.
$38 million.
That's millions of dollars that would have otherwise been used for schools and fire response.
Damn.
Gutfar admitted the money was instead used to buy real estate, run her ranch and cattle business, renovations, at least 20 vehicles, as well as personal expenses. It leaves many wondering how.
You get a Bugatti. You get a Bugatti. You all get a Bugatti.
He just wasted it off on dumb
Look at
stuff.
that, Clayton. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. He says that if you get away with bagging 39 million, then you go to a non-extradition country and you negotiate a deal. You give half of it back in order to get charges dropped. Guys. You know what? Hey, Colin. You remember the whole Enron thing, right?
Yeah, vaguely, yeah.
You remember the whole Enron thing and how they went broke?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, but you remember, guys, I need you to go watch this documentary that's called The Smartest Guys in the Room. Okay?
I heard it's a fantastic documentary.
It's fantastic.
It's really good. Yeah.
But guys, where's this Asian guy? Because you heard about all the bad things that the Enron guys did. They were marking up they were doing the whole market thing with like energy prices, playing with stocks, and then when they figured out that everything would go tits up, they did the old go on, take the money and run, right? Guys, This Japanese guy, he was one of the Enron guys. They never caught him. He's still out there.
Really?
Yeah. Who's the Japanese guy? Enron. Japanese executive. Okay. What's his name? No. Oh. Huh. I guess he's not Japanese. His name is Lu Pai. Okay? He's Chinese. Okay? And he was a CEO of Enron for a while. No, of Enron Energy Services, one of the subsidiaries. He left Enron with $250 million. He was the second largest landowner in Colorado. He had a 77,000 acre ranch.
Wow.
Look at that. So he bought it for $23 million. He sold it for $60 million. And guys, he's just out there. He never got caught. He never got tied to any wrongdoing. He's just out there, rich as sin. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, actually, they tried to charge him, but then he's settled, but he just said, here, I'll just give you guys 31.5 of the 250 million I got, and got away scot-free.
Wow.
Look at that, man. Look at that. Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, guys. So yeah, he's just chilling out there tons of money. So, anyways, I digress.
Oh, she got away with it for so long.
Our county supervisors should have had a better watch on our monies.
Santa Cruz County Board of Supervisors Chairman Manny Ruiz says they've already begun internal work to change how public money is handled, but claimed a lot of that responsibility should fall on the state legislature.
When you don't have the whole picture in front of you, that's when these things happen. At the end of the day, the legislature is the one that sets out the duties of each elected official.
But who
this
is
guy
this
got a cut?
boss?
Yeah,
Huh?
this guy probably got a cut of it because he's like,
Yeah.
I remember how she's like, I feel sorry for her. That at least she should. This guy is like, he probably got a cut of that money. He got like 500K, and he's just like, say, oh, this is confusion and stuff.
Yeah.
You
Well,
should be
someone
pissed.
should have been watching
Yeah.
out her boss.
It's like, yeah, that's what you're
County
doing.
manager.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
moron.
And hopefully they can put in some kind of mechanisms in there to strengthen the ability of the board to be able to get better checks and balances from whoever the treasurer is.
Shut up, you goof.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
in on it.
So, guys, let me pull this dunderhead up, right? Let's do this. So, Colin, snowboard. What is your definition of a high maintenance chick?
Very materialistic, very
Yeah.
high standards, obviously high standards, but like obsessed with the material world. So, but that also means her aesthetic, like nails done, hair's done, everything is for the image of others.
Right.
So they have to have their Instagram. It's not like there's nothing they do like for them. Well, they do a lot for themselves, but everything is for the like Instagram and the image of other people in a way too. That's like
Right.
where they find their worth.
Right. They have to have a new BMW every 3 years, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why I think that a high maintenance chick is a chick that's inconsiderate more than anything else.
Yes. Yeah.
Because while she's doing her makeup routines, like you guys got some place to be, right? Like she expects everyone to revolve their life around her, around these meaningless things like these makeup and these nails and all this other stuff, right? And guys, okay, guys, what do you think is more pathetic? A really hot chick that's high maintenance that doesn't need all the extra stuff, or a mid chick that's high maintenance and it doesn't help? Because guys, we all know that girl back in college or in high school who does like a 5 or like barely a 6, and she would spend like 2 hours on her makeup, get her hair done, nails. It's like, you're still a 5. You're putting rims on a Pinto. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would say one word or the key thing that probably summarizes a high maintenance chick is they have no gratitude for anything.
Yeah.
Ever. They're in a first world country and they want, they need, like you said, new car. Like they're not grateful for anything, and they just compare with their other rich friends or high maintenance friends, trying to just get more. So they're not really satisfied. So basically they don't really have any gratitude. And you're right, AJ, they do like waste everyone's time making it about themselves.
Yeah.
Don't care about anyone's time. Like that is the worst.
Yeah.
I dated someone like that. I was like, I can't live like this.
Yeah. I would say that the thing about a high maintenance chick is they're a vacuum, right?
Yes.
Your time, your money, your effort. They just they're here.
Yeah.
They're takers. That's what they are.
Yeah.
High maintenance chicks are takers. And guys, they have this weird sense of like self-importance, but like guys only have like the high maintenance chicks sense of self-importance if they've done something. If they have some type of accomplishment, then guys will be like kind of cocky and be like, ha ha ha. You know what I'm saying? But a girl thinks that just because she's high maintenance, not even pretty, just high maintenance. Because they equate, I get my hair done and nails done to actually be pretty. Guys, when I was in college, there was this girl that they used to call Booger, right? And there was a small town like outside of where I used to live, and her dad was the mayor. So she always she had like a nice BMW and would get her hair done. And this is back in the 2000s, Colin. Remember where all the girls would go tanning? You remember?
Oh yeah.
When tanning was like a big thing. And she's like, I don't go to the gym, but I go tanning though. It's like that's not the same thing, But she was so ugly. She was like a 2, but she would walk around trying to look like Christina Aguilera. George said, once I dated a high maintenance broad. I treated a 6 like a 10. She treated me like a servant. Took me probably $10,000 to realize I was being played. 10 grand. Oh no. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good. Hey, at least you learned your lesson, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for the 4.
You know what he said? The classic George Costanza line. It's not you, it's me.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Garlic croutons, dude.
All right, guys, here we go. Listen to this, guys. And if your jaw hits the floor, here we go.
Spend to be a girly girl, and this is what I spend to be a girly girl in Miami. And you don't have to do all this, but the beauty standards here, they're pretty freaking high. We'll start with the basics, and I try to get my nails done 2 times a month and my toes once. I get builder gel, and it's about $100 for a fill every time I go, and then about $70 for my toes. So I spend about $300 a month on my toes. I just did my brows this morning. These were $130. I got a lamination and a tint. I have a spray tan membership, and I get 3 sprays a month, and I pay like $130. I just got my hair
and you
done
live in
yesterday,
Miami,
and this was
in the sun.
A little over $400 with tip, which I went to Fort Lauderdale for that. This was a new girl. The last one I went to, I got a partial, and it was like $700, $800. I have a personal trainer. I pay her $900 a month. I have a gym membership that is about $250 a month. I also have a class pass membership that's $150 a month. I have a laser hair removal membership, and that's $130 a month, and that's for my full body. And then I probably spend about $100 to $200 a month on just makeup and hair essentials. I've only gotten my Botox done once in Miami, and it was $1,200. And I get Botox about every 3 months. So you do the math, but it's expensive to stay pretty. So that's what I spend being a girly girl in Miami.
First of all, this chick thinks she's pretty.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Yeah, that guy's
And
rocking diesel. What's up, dude?
That's not including her doxycycline and prescription meds and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm serious. There's probably a lot of other costs that she's.
Yeah. David says she's a 6. Scott says she's a 3. Guys, okay, here's the thing. This person says, so for anyone wondering, it's $2,930 per month or $100 a day. Look at that. This guy says, ladies, you can do all that for like $200. If you're pretty, we will like you just as much. Someone says, I'm a Miami girl, and I promise you, you don't have to spend this much money. Look at. Someone says, $1,200 for Botox in Miami. I'm 54 and get more units done. I don't pay that much. Look at that. Absolutely insane. Guys. Look at that. And guys, she's in her like late 20s. And she's already getting Botox. Now, guys, hold on. She keeps going here. Okay, hold on. Now, guys, here's the thing. This is the same shit. But here, guys, here. Let's look and see what this $3,000 a day or a month gets her, right? Sorry. Dude, she's just mid, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking
It
about?
actually makes it worse that she tells you all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like terrible.
Like, what are you talking about? Like,
one other thing I wanted to say, there's a correlation when you have a high maintenance chick, they're always narcissistic because that's why they're trying to fund all this and
yes.
stuff.
Yep.
It has to go together.
Crazy.
And then that means also they have a huge ego.
Oh, here we go. This is her trying to talk about. There you go.
Irresistible. This is my favorite trick, and this works for anyone. Start using and carrying around a instant teeth whitening pen like it's your lip gloss. I have my lip gloss all over this one. This is one by My Smog. You can get them on TikTok Shop for super cheap.
A teeth whitening pen? Why? What are you? What are you?
Jesus.
This
Probably
is
just take care of your teeth.
so apparently. Okay, I forget what she does for a living, but she has a boyfriend, and he's a simp, and he pays for her stuff. But she said that like she does some type of fitness stuff or whatever, and then has some like online presence. I don't know what, you know what I'm saying. But where's the one she talks about how much it costs to live in Miami? Now, guys, there's a video of a guy. He was saying that people go to Miami to all these expensive places. He's like, if you're not a guy who's rich or a girl who is less than 130 pounds, don't go to. And he starts listing off these places.
Yeah,
don't go because you're not going to be able to afford it. He goes, there's this restaurant that everyone wants to go to until you see that the lasagna is $1,000 for lasagna. He goes, and the people who pay that have enough money to spend $1,000 on lasagna. And the girls that are eating dinner with those guys don't weigh more than 125, 130 pounds. That's just how it works. Look at that. George Costanza says, hashtag take them swimming on the first date. Hashtag couple nuts and go.
Going swimming on a first date though is really good. That's a chick that will be like, yeah,
No,
I'm gonna
no,
get my hair wet.
So to wash all the makeup up, you can see what she really looks.
Yeah,
yeah.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
Look at that. Okay, here we go. Let's see her breakdown. She's trying to say that you gotta make $15,000 a month to live comfortably in Miami.
Yeah.
About moving to Miami, I would definitely be making 15 to 20K a month. You can definitely do it cheaper. There's people who are going to argue, but I think to live comfortably and be able to say yes to like 50 to 70% of things that you're invited to, that's what you should be making. I'm 22 and I've lived here for about a year, and
She's 22 and she's already getting Botox.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
Look at that, guys.
Talking about horse people.
Come on, dude.
I have my credit card each month, and I'm like, I spent $10,000 this month, and I didn't even do anything. And again, I'm not like a budgeter. I say yes to most
You don't
things,
say.
so I probably spend a lot. But if you want to live that way, like you need to be making that kind of money. I call it personally a Miami tax, but I feel like there's just so many extra like hidden things that you have to pay for that you're just like, what the heck? If you want to go to dinner, $200 minimum, that's without drinks. $25 to valet your car. Want to go get a coffee? That's $8 at least. I paid 50 cents extra the other day to have my latte be put over ice.
Look at that.
We grabbed a Powerade at Nobu Hotel in South Beach, $18.
What?
Just simple, like everyday things where you're like, no, I'm just going to grab a water. I'm just going to grab a Gatorade. Like if you do that, like once a day or 2 times a day, like it adds up like crazy. And again, I'm definitely someone who pays for convenience, so I pay that toll.
You don't
but
say,
if you're someone who's
yeah.
living that way, and you think you're going to come to Miami and do it, like just beware.
So
Guys,
that
hold on.
reminds.
So someone had said that there was a new video going around of 2 tortas not being allowed into the bar. Hey, Rejai, do you remember this? Isn't the first time a clip like that has gone viral. You guys remember You remember torta uno and torta dos? La torta grande. Guys, here we go.
Influencers are speaking out tonight.
Influencers, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
So the only thing that the influence is the stock price in the local fast food restaurant. Did someone say the incredible shrinking laundry? Look at this.
After they say they were turned away at the door of a popular LA
And the saddest part is this one here.
It's
she
kinda
lost
hot.
like 170 pounds. She would be hot. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
she
I
has
was
a nice
thinking,
face. Yeah. But that's just the thing, man. These chicks. That's the only thing worse than a freaking is a waste of pretty, man. There's nothing worse. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Hebrew thanks, man. I gotta guys. Before we get to the story here, I gotta translate. Guys,
I don't
the
know
one on
Spanish or fat, so
guys, the one on the left. And the one on the right. Ma'am, you and your friend can't come into the club. Ma'am, I don't care if you say that you're gonna put this on TikTok. Ma'am, do not get loud with me. Let's go. I'm gonna find the other clip with the other chicks too. So
Not because of their size. The two women who are models say that they are speaking out.
Models?
Models, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Models.
Yeah.
What? The Natural
a
History
Hess truck?
Museum.
Oh my
Were they
God.
stand-ins for the woolly mammoth and the Tyrannosaurus Rex? Come on, man.
This is not the first time it's happened to them or others they know.
KTLA's Pedro Rivera caught up with the two women tonight and has more on the story. Pedro.
Yeah, Micah, share like you said. Ella and Alexa say this isn't the first time they face discrimination while trying to get into a nightclub or bar in LA, but they said this time enough is enough. So they took to social media to share their story, and they say it's resonating with women all around the country.
Right. You think these high-end clubs in LA and Miami give a damn? Guys, what do you care that friggin' Godzilla and friggin' Monster X or whatever can't get in there? You know, Queen Ghidorah over there can't get in there. The men are the ones that spend the money.
Yeah.
If guys come in there, guys, I don't go to these clubs anyways, but Colin, snowboard, if we walk in the club, let's just say that we're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Colin has a really good day trading, and you know he has an extra couple grand burning a hole in his pocket. He says, guys, let's go to club whatever downtown LA, right? Get some 304s.
Yeah.
If we walk in there and there's nothing but friggin' water buffaloes in there, we're leaving, right, guys?
Yeah.
We're leaving. Why?
I might kind of stick around, maybe. If I was lit enough, that one on the left might fall into that trap.
You call Snowboard's phone. She's at his house. Snowboard, what's that noise in the background? Oh, look at that.
Who had similar experiences.
We're not able to get let in as a thicker curve.
See, look, like she's not a bad looking chick. She needs to lose some weight. You know what I'm saying?
Woman.
It wasn't the way Ella Halikas expected to end her night last Wednesday, being told she and fellow curve model Alexa J weren't allowed to enter the highlight room in Hollywood. All of their friends were let in, but they claim the bouncer stopped them because of
Here's the thing, guys, look, once again, she snaps that all up. She's not a bad looking chick.
Yeah.
She needs to lose some weight. But guys, you You know what's messed up, guys? Guys, put a 1 if you know how girls do this. She hangs out with Uggo here to make herself look better.
Of course, yeah. Of course.
She's nice. She's my friend, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Yeah.
You really think that this chick,
all of their friends were let in,
hangs out with the other one because they're friends?
No.
Come on, man.
But they claim the bouncer stopped them because of their curves.
She asked him, like, you know, hey, what's going on? I'm so sorry if you're confused. I'm actually
look, she's a pretty nice.
Yeah.
a party that you just let in.
Green eyes. She just needs to lose
That's
about
what I'm saying.
135,
It's up on you.
140 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
And he said, I know, and looked at her up and down, was like, not tonight.
Ella thought maybe she'd have better luck with the doorman.
He looked at me up and down as well. And
as if you'd have better luck. Guys, he probably heard her walking up, and she's like, don't worry, girl. I'll go over there and talk to him. Yeah, I mean, come on.
was like, not tonight. I think it's fat phobia to the core.
We're tired of just letting this happen and not speaking up about it.
A few days later, the influencers decided to share their story with Ella's more than 700,000 followers across TikTok and Instagram. It went viral, being seen more than 1 million times.
It was so dehumanizing. It was like we were literally getting looked.
Because they wouldn't let you into the club.
Wow.
You feel so entitled that a business has to give you has to let you in. Insane.
And they feel entitled enough to make a news broadcast about it too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
it was a broadcast. Guys, look. The only thing that's dehumanizing about them is their weight. You know what I'm saying? They gotta weigh them on the scale at the zoo.
If you've experienced any type of discrimination like this, you know exactly how horrible and disgusting it feels. And we are no longer letting this fly anymore.
The Tao Group, operators of the venue, released a statement that read in part,
"Oh, they went to the Tao. You know, the Tao is Vegas and LA.
What is it?
So the Tao is a really high-end club and bar in Las Vegas, but they own other restaurants and stuff.
Okay.
We are aware of Ella and Alexa's experience. The doorman on this particular evening worked for a third-party promotion company, and we removed this individual from the door effective immediately.
And all I saw was black guys doing it. So there you go, guys. I guarantee these two knuckleheads had BLM flags and shirts on, but then they want to get Jamal fired. You know what I'm saying?
The women believe this problem goes beyond one nightclub. Ella tells me her video received more than 2,000 messages from other plus-size women around the country who have been turned away.
One of my plus-size friends actually went to a club in New York City, and they said everyone else can come in. They let in all her thin friends, right? Got to her, and they said, you can't come in. And she said, why? And he goes, if you want to come in, pay $4,000.
Ella tells me
Let's go!
This is her body.
Look at this, guys. Look at how photoshopped this is. Guys, do you see this?
Yeah.
Guys, this building's not supposed to be bent.
Yeah.
You see this? You see that,
That's a good
guys?
point. That's a good point.
Yeah, and then look at this here. This building here, that's bent.
Yeah, you're right.
Her waist is snatched in. And I guarantee that if she was standing behind anything else, you see her arms snatched in too.
Yeah.
She's confident. So much so, she's a swimsuit model, walking runways and gracing Sports Illustrated magazine, and yet that didn't stop her from being turned away.
It's not about us getting into highlight room. We don't care. It's like,
please, it's not. That's fucking shit. Damn it, guys. I swear. I'm trying not to fucking swear, guys. Ah! Guys, come on. Guys, and this right here. Guys, you know what? Hold on, guys. We're all over the place tonight, but I don't care, right? Guys, let's pump the brakes. Because, guys, I'm editing my 4th of July special that I'm gonna drop tomorrow about how these women hate America, right? Well, there's all this hyperbole these chicks talk about. We're in a dictatorship and we have no rights, guys. The reason why these knuckleheads think this way Guys, whoa, we have 100 people watching. We have 52 likes. Guys, make sure to get the likes up. Stop, guys. Take a second. Hit the like button, please. Pretty please with sugar on top. Guys, the reason why America gets such a bad rap is because we're the only country on earth that we compare ourselves to utopia and utopia only. We look up and not to the side.
Yeah.
If you look to the side, we're better than everyone else. To the point to where people think that if they don't have the luxury of luxuries, somehow they're oppressed. These dunderheads think that if they can't be allowed to roam free and graze in a club in LA, that somehow that they're oppressed. First of all, let's see how they have that whatever podcast, and this big girl's like, actually, all throughout history, the women have been fat. No, they haven't. People starve to death. Guys, we're in such a crazy time. And like people in America are so Americentric that they don't go anywhere else and see how thin that people are because they don't have the abundance of food. You think people in Vietnam, people in Laos, people in Thailand, Mongolia, Lesotho, you think that they're Madagascar, they're big? You think that if you went back 120 years ago, you went back 70 years, they were this big? You know how much effort it takes to maintain this girth right here? You know what I'm saying? This shit. Come on, man.
It's the bigger picture of how many girls face this every single day. It was discrimination 100%.
Well, she's right.
The
It is
child
the
group
bigger picture.
This guy says, whatever happens to the right to refuse service to everyone. Hold on. What is this? Sorry, guys. Okay. Someone says, making annoying hand gestures with press on nails and feeling entitled doesn't automatically make you acceptable. If her friends stayed in the club after they were denied, then I guess that they weren't friends. Someone says, don't we have bigger issues to deal with?
Oh man, he's really milking those.
Look at that, man. All right, let's see. I'll find the other chicks that are that say that they got kicked out of the club too. But these chicks were large and in charge too, man. You know what I'm saying? Where are we? 1 second, guys. Okay.
Men have life so damn easy. You have one job, and that's to just be in shape and maybe get a haircut. Women, we have to be in shape, get our hair done, do our makeup, have our nails done, have our toes done, make sure you're tan. For clothes, there's new styles every month. You better keep up with the trends. And I'm not saying like be all big and buff like a bodybuilder, but just like simply just take care of yourself and get a workout in at least a couple times a week. Men have life so damn easy.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Someone say something.
Yeah, there's really nothing to say here.
Someone says, who the F is telling you you have to do these things? Nobody. She says, good luck finding a decent woman who doesn't do these things. Isn't that funny how in one they'll say, well, men only judge us because of our makeup and our looks. And then we're like, no, we don't. Well, good luck finding a woman who doesn't. What a joke.
Yeah. And when you see this woman or any of these, quote, high maintenance women, ask yourself, do you think they know how to cook or clean?
Yeah.
They can't cook you an egg, nothing.
This person says, wow, this is the most delusional effing ish I've ever heard.
Yeah.
85% of the population. You know that like 80% of the population, you don't even notice we have to earn every single thing to attract a woman. This guy says we have to pay for everything. Guy says that's competition with other women. All we want is peace, loyalty, and respect. Look at that. This guy says, my wife, she doesn't do any other stuff, and I love her. Look at that, man. Look, the guys, this is such cap. This is such cap. These broads are just delusional. They're delusional.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Day in the life as a 22-year-old living in Miami. Let's go. We started off at Chugs, and they have my favorite coffee. It's so good. Then we went over to the Eden Rock. This is my favorite place to go to the beach. The water was so calm and perfect today, so we did lots of swimming. Here's my mermaid jump, and here's another one. I will say it is pretty spicy in Miami right now. It is so hot. We then went over to the one hotel for some lunch, except unfortunately I ate first and not my phone. I then went home and showered, and we went to Brickell and did some shopping, and then saw Lilo and Stitch. Snuck these into the movies because they're the best. What's crazy is we didn't do anything extraordinary today, and we still spent $800 somehow. That's...
Hey, Colin, she's all yours, buddy. I'm sure she has a sister out there. guys, this is Colin, snowboard, cook with me here. How many times can you pay a professional to come and give you a blowy and just leave for $800?
Oh, a bunch.
Seriously, I'm just saying, guys. Like, if you're gonna be with a chick that costs this much money, guys, save yourself by a multitude.
Yeah.
And just hire a professional.
Save the time.
Yep, and the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is just insane. And guys, here's the thing. Guys, we all know all romantic interactions between the men and women are transactional, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guys, once again, you know, as a red pill guy, guys, if you're the type to hire professionals, guys, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Personally, that's not anything that I would do, but I'm like not morally against it. You know what I'm saying? It's not whatever. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I think I told you guys this story. A friend of mine, he's an actor, right? So he also works for the DC Metro. So he does like 12-hour days. You know what I'm saying? You know, 12 to 14-hour days, and then he'll drive to Philly or New York for parts. So he's always on the go. He doesn't have time to date. He doesn't have time to deal with chicks, right? He'll bang some like Hollywood, you know, coming up starlet every now and then. But what he'll do is he'll just, you know, hey, look, I'll be home, you know, Sunday at 9 p.m. You know, meet me at the house. Bing, bang, boom. She leaves. I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense.
Yeah.
Me, you know, because he doesn't have time to be on dating apps. He doesn't have time to friggin' try and talk to chicks in person. He's busy getting stuff done. You know what I mean? So he says, look, my time is worth X amount of money. So wasting time taking some broad out on some date just to hear her yak about some crap I don't care about is a waste of my time. Waste of my time when he can pay some friggin' professional X amount of cash. They do the do, she leaves. I'm like, I guess. I'm not proud of that. So
it's actually strangely more authentic in a way too.
Yeah, that's true. Hold on, guys.
Strange way.
Hold on. That's cosmetic treatments. Hold on. Okay. Look at this, guys.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Guys, nothing good can come from this old broad's mouth.
It's like
guys,
mega Karen.
This chick went out of style with bell bottoms.
Yeah. And you know what happened to her? She went to India and got I can just tell by the shirt she's wearing. She's went to India and got yoga nug. She's like,
true.
oh, I that was in my past though.
Yeah, right. Come on, here we go.
High maintenance women are good for men.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Hey, Steve M, is this your ex, buddy?
If I were a male seeking a lifelong partner, I'd pick.
There you go. There's that word.
Yep.
There's the P word, guys. There's the P word. Partner, right there, right off rip.
A high maintenance woman over the low maintenance woman any day of the week, because the high maintenance woman will take you further. You'll go further as a couple. What motivated me to talk about this was learning about a couple I know that parted ways, and the guy said she was really high maintenance. This has been said about me. I want to clarify this high maintenance label. Historically, high maintenance women have been labeled as self-obsessed, solely focused on money and material things, and many people believe we're hard to handle. Notice I said we. I'm a proud, self-proclaimed high maintenance woman.
Jesus Christ, look at that, guys. Look at that right there, guys. I'm telling you guys, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, man.
Talking about whores, people.
They're everywhere. You know what I'm saying? What is going on? She feels entitled to someone's money. Look at that.
I had an ex-boyfriend that told me I was high octane. I took that as a compliment, because the reason he labeled me as high octane was because I wouldn't tolerate his excessive tardiness and bad personal hygiene. I didn't have any money then, but I had set standards for myself, and I always looked my best even when I was broke. You see, high maintenance women aren't just focused on material things. We
Yeah, right.
That was a lie.
prefer the best.
Hella says, I call them the dino whores of geriatric park.
This is like a pterodactyl broad.
Look at that.
Best of the best, and we will hustle to get it if we have to. And the best of the best includes excellent health, a good-looking exterior, a better-looking interior, strong emotional intelligence, love, respect, and abundance. All of these things make up wealth, because wealth encompasses much more than just money. A woman who is focused on filling her life with wealth will take you further than a woman who isn't.
Further into debt, yeah.
Colin, please, dude. I need you to say something. I got nothing over here, dude. It's Colin, the floor is yours, buddy.
I don't know, dude. Dude, only a female brain could think up this kind of dumbass
logic.
You know, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude.
Unbelievable. And guys, I did drop the StreamYard link, so anyone who wants to come on up, guys, just hit the StreamYard link to call in, guys. Guys, we will have a daytime live tomorrow, guys. We'll do the Independence Day live. You know what I'm saying? And once again, guys, thanks for 16K, man. I appreciate it. Guys, Sunday is going to be the 16K special, and we will talk about divorce, guys. Guys, I want all you guys that have divorce stories. I really, really want you guys to call in, right? There's a subscriber of mine. He just emails me, but he wants to call in. And then Robin's Fly. I know you're out there, buddy. You know, you haven't called in a while. You know, let's hear your story, buddy, because he has a crazy story, you know? So, but
high maintenance women made a choice.
High maintenance women, we do it all, man. That's the way it has to be, man. And you're just taking, you're just giving and giving and giving. So you got to keep making more so we can keep taking and taking and taking right there, man. Look at that.
Choice at some point in their lives.
Oh, yeah. You know what's funny? Well, you know that married men tend to out earn single men. Gee, could it be because the married men have to pay for their families, and so married men make more, but then they have more bills? How does that work? You know what I'm saying? Guys, this is the same Colin somewhere. Cook with me here. Have you ever seen the chick? Well, I make six figures. I'm a therapist or I'm a nurse. I make 120 grand, but I have $130,000 in student loan debt. And then, a snowboard makes 85,000 but has no debt. Who's technically making more money? Who's worth more? You know what I'm saying?
Snowboard by a long shot.
Thank you very much. Because you guys, you got to figure, if you have $100,000, like $120,000 student loans, your monthly payment, even with, was it income based? I did the math once, was like $1,000 a month. So you figure if she's making 120,000, maybe the paycheck's probably what? $2,200 a month.
Yeah.
1,000 of that's gone from her checks. So she's only pulling home. Let's do some math. This is rough math. Let's do 4,000. About 48,000 a year. And if snowboard's making 85,
I don't owe anybody anything.
0. It's about the same that you would be taking home. You'd actually be taking home more than her, even though she made $40,000 more than you. Crazy.
Yeah.
That they were not willing to settle for anything less than what they wanted, and that decision led to taking action. Action leads to an energetic vibration that matches the best of the best.
Jesus Christ, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, you absolute dunderhead? Guys, look at that. The vibrational energy of the... Come on, man. Look at that. What are you talking about?
This includes way more than an obsession with material things. I think the first thing men notice about women is their personal appearance. You won't see a high maintenance woman walking around looking disheveled and worn out because we focus on sustaining our perfect health.
But here's the thing. First of all, you're old. Second of all, guys, some of the hottest chicks are girls that keep themselves in shape and they're just like regular. They don't overdo it in anything. Guys, some of the hottest chicks I've ever seen have been like, in shape chicks that you can tell that they've been to the gym at some point. And they were in the store and they were just like wearing like a hoodie, like gym pants, and like not done up, but they were just hot because they were like not shellacked with a bunch of makeup, even though there are girls who wear a bunch of makeup to the gym, But natural chicks, that's why girls hate the whole girl next door look.
Yeah.
Because a girl next door, she's just naturally beautiful. Guys, you remember here we go, guys. What's the chick's name? You guys remember? Oops. Hold on. You guys remember the chick from Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Cameron? Remember her? Remember her?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Girl next door look. She can get it.
Exactly.
And then what's her name from his girlfriend from the Wonder Years. This chick. Yeah. Remember her? And then, of course, there you go. Kelly Kapowski. Let's go, champ. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Girls always hated these chicks because they were just pretty. They didn't have to do a bunch. They're just hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could walk around anywhere in any situation and be hot. That's why girls don't like the whole girls next door look. Because it just shows what natural beauty does. So, yeah. Someone said, dang, I haven't heard Kathy Ireland in years. Kathy Ireland. Yeah, you guys remember her? Wait, where is she? When she was young. She looks terrible now. Dude, Father Time is undefeated, dude. I tell you. Father Time, man, nothing but knockouts and tap outs, dude. They try and get in the octagon against him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyways, I digress.
That's why high maintenance women are very physically attractive. We take pride in ourselves. And even when we aren't all hair and makeup
And
up,
also notice no ring on her fingers either.
Yeah, that's true. And guys, she's this old and she's using a filter and she's still a little, so she looks like one of the Whoville people. You know what I'm saying?
always looks her best. And I'm not referring to the stereotypical definitions of beauty. It doesn't matter what she weighs or how she
please.
The lie detector
Yeah,
determined
right.
that was a lie.
She dresses or wears her hair. She wants to look her best and she strives for it.
But then if she's overweight, then she's not trying to look her best. What are you talking about?
Attracted to a high maintenance woman, he needs to realize that she has worked hard to look the way she does.
Please.
If she weren't high maintenance, she wouldn't look like that. High maintenance women want to look good because that's part of who we are, because we love ourselves. Therefore, we want to love our whole physiology, and that love shows on the outside and the inside. And what is low maintenance? I've heard men describe women as low maintenance. Well, what are these women flipping plants? I take that into
what? What is
She's
she
comparing women to
talking
plants.
about?
Yeah.
A low maintenance chick, guys. You know who?
Just
who
doesn't
have low
complain.
maintenance chicks? No. Foreign women are low maintenance. Matter of fact, my friend Biff that I told you guys about, that his wife is Indonesian.
Yeah.
They just had their 10th anniversary. Guys, she is low maintenance AF because she's from Indonesia. Dude, she's always just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like here she is. She got to be she went from Indonesia to be a housewife in the richest country on earth. And now she works because their son is older. You know what I'm saying? But my friend Eric, his wife is this Cambodian chick named Havantha. She's the chillest chick. She's low maintenance. Doesn't give him any headache. She's naturally pretty, so that's all she does is just hang out. She doesn't need to shellac a bunch of makeup on. She doesn't have to talk mess and just ugh. It doesn't make any sense.
to consider.
Guys, this is why snowboard that I was telling you. Go to Colombia, go to Brazil, go to Czech Republic. Dude, there's dimes everywhere. See, in America, we have so many biggins and uggos that when you see a hot chick, it's like, oh, wow, you know? But there, dude, you'll go to the Starbucks and all of them are all dimes in the Czech Republic. You'll go to McDonald's, nothing but dimes working there. You're like, what is going on? Dude, they're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You know what I mean? So
when I'm buying plants, because low maintenance plants don't require much care and attention. Why be in a relationship where you aren't getting much care and attention?
I think Patrice O'Neill has said it, that men, we want you around, but we don't want you around.
Yeah.
When he said that?
In my relationship, it's 50-50. And I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone that didn't care enough about me to have my back. If I was okay with being in a relationship that wasn't caring, then that would mean I didn't love myself. A woman who doesn't love herself cannot love anyone else. And that's why the high maintenance woman will take you further. The term high maintenance is way too associated with money, and it's so much more than that. Frankly, I don't know anyone who would choose scarcity over abundance. So why?
Abundance of what? Attitude, of makeup,
Yeah,
of annoyance. Please.
Egotistical responses.
Sorry, guys.
Because men, it's hard for us to love you and like you at the same time. It is what it is. He no longer likes you usually. So
ain't that the truth, guys?
I'm going to give you some advice, ladies, on how to keep your man liking you once he loves you, if that's possible. This is what I think.
Hope this doesn't the stream tape.
I think this is the one where he's like talking about like bringing sandwiches to the when he's on the couch and stuff. It's hilarious.
But we don't want to be by ourselves.
R.I.P. dude. R.I.P.
Does that make sense at all? Meaning, really, look at this guy looking at his wife like, not you, sweetie, but sort of you. We want you somewhere, like in the dwelling, just not here, like just like around the corner in the vent.
Venue.
You can sit in the vent. I don't care if you want to watch me.
Look at her face. Look at her face. She can't believe it.
It's true. Yeah.
She can't believe it, guys. Look at her face right there.
How dare you? In the on the roof, anywhere, but just not in front of me. Trying to be my friend. What you doing? What you doing? Watching baseball? Why you watching baseball by yourself? How come you didn't get me up? You snuck out of bed. Why'd you didn't get me up? I want to watch baseball with you.
I don't know the rules.
What you doing? Why you down there by yourself? Move over. Move your leg off that ottoman where it's comfortable so I can sit next to you and wrap my leg around your leg. And so weird, I love you, hot vine. Move over. Give me your arm. Give me your arm. Give it to me. Give it. Come here. Give me a kiss.
Mean the kiss.
You love me? Say it. Say it. Mean it. What you doing? Why? What you eating, a hamburger? You shouldn't be eating a hamburger at 11. It's too early to eat a hamburger. Let me go make you a better sandwich, a turkey sandwich on 47 grain bread with no mayonnaise and bean sprouts. Tastes like rat turds and twigs. Ain't that better? Ain't that better? A dry sandwich you don't want? Ain't that better? Why is the TV so loud? Well, turn it down. Ain't that better? Can't hear the TV. Got a dry sandwich you don't want? Ain't that better? Why is it so cold in here? Why is the ceiling fan and the air conditioner? Turn it off. Ain't that better? Sweating, wrapped up into a hot vine. Can't hear the TV. Got a dry sandwich. Ain't that better? Why is it so dark in here? Let some sunlight in. Ain't that better? Can't see the TV, can't hear it. Hey, I gotta go, man.
High maintenance, right? Right, guys? Me, I, what I want.
Yep.
Right? You know what I mean?
Criticize the women who chose higher standards and went after what they wanted. So if any man says
here's the thing, guys, and this is such a modern women thing. Women used to worry about what the man that they wants more than anything else. And guys, this is why, here's the thing about it. Why? Guys, look, if you're getting cheated on, guys, leave. But what I'm saying is oftentimes women were actually seen back in the day to be the more moral of the sexes, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean? Because this is why you would see back in the early 1900s, you would see a woman would stick in her marriage no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Her husband cheated, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Had a bastard kick on her, but she made that covenant to stay in that marriage. You know what I'm saying? So that was at least admirable. You know what I'm saying? So it was an honorable thing that and now these women have no concept of duty, honor, and commitment.
He doesn't want a woman because she's too high maintenance. He's using that excuse as a scapegoat to camouflage his insecurities.
You've been had.
No, he's not.
You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Yeah, MS, yeah, the infamous moral high ground. Because back in the day, right, women did have the moral high ground. That's how they managed to get the 18th Amendment passed. Women were responsible for shaming men into getting the 18th Amendment passed. So all these people who women had no political power. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that they could do socially, but prohibition was a direct result of the political power of women in the United States.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, that woman was high maintenance way before that man came along, and her high maintenance exterior and interior are what attracted him to her in the first place. When a man sees a beautiful, confident woman, he should first think, wow, she must work really hard. He needs to go with a different type of woman if he immediately thinks, she looks like she will require a lot of care and attention.
Well, I mean, that's the first true thing she said, right? No, seriously, guys, yeah, she is right. If you look at a chick and you're like, yeah, she looks like a lot of work, guys, walk away. Walk away.
By my definition, high maintenance women refuse to settle for anything that doesn't promote their happiness and the lifestyle they deserve. And
there you go. Their happiness.
Yeah.
Theirs. Look at that.
And then that word deserve, right?
This is the most selfish and self-centered crap that I have ever heard. Women of the past were selfless, not selfish. Like this washed up broad. Just enough room for a smiling face. Post. All right, here we go, guys. Leave. Okay.
Every guy. That
Guys, we have 78 likes, guys. Make sure to hit the like button. Appreciate that. Thanks so much.
I've straight up told I'm high maintenance to has loved it.
Yeah,
even
please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Look at that.
if they acted like they hated it. Now, don't confuse the sentiment of high maintenance, okay? When I say high maintenance, I'm not talking about being unpleasant or difficult. I'm talking about having a standard that only a select few can meet. And the reason why, the reason why they love that is because one, they know that you're not just gonna pop your cork for every guy you see.
Oh, please, this chick. Okay, you guys know that freaking Chad and Tyrone have ran through this.
Oh yeah.
Come on, dude. Come on. And guys, how old do you think this chick is?
This is a high maintenance hood rat. Is really
Yeah.
it's just like a hood rat, just high maintenance.
Princess treatment, please.
Second, they want to feel like they have something over other men. Now, here's the kicker. this should be a whole other video. If you want me to make a video on this, I will. Women often think that men do things for the validation of other women.
What? What? What are you talking about?
Yeah. What did she say? Men do things for the validation
of other women. Okay, guys. Men do things to get attraction from women, but respect from men. Those are two different things. Okay, we want respect from the woman that we choose to be with. That's different. Because I don't give a damn if any woman that I know doesn't respect me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't care. But guys, men who you know, they have to respect you. They have to. If you don't have respect, you're cooked. You know what I'm saying?
Wrong. I won't generalize every man out there in the world, but a
you're an
certain
idiot.
caliber of man. He's doing the things he does in his life for other men. Yes. Conquest.
No.
Status.
Nope.
Now, hold on. She is correct, but that has nothing to do with women. Having a hot chick on your arm, guys might stare, but they're not going to stare at you in the same way as like, yo, hey, you're the CEO of what's and such, or, Snowboard's friggin' logging business makes him $7 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Guys, what she's trying to say is that a woman makes a guy high value. Well, here's what she's trying to do, guys. She's trying to say that men and women are the same, and that there is that validation from the opposite sex gets them respect. Meaning, if a man walks into a building with 4 women on his arm, all the women are going to say, "Oh man, who's this guy?" And they want to be the one to leave with them, right? If a guy walks in, I'm sorry. Hold on. If a guy walks in with a bunch of chicks, the dudes aren't going to be like, "Oh wow." They're going to be like, "Oh, he must be like rich or whatever." But it doesn't really impress guys like that. You know what I'm saying? It might impress chicks if a guy's pulling hot chicks, but it doesn't really impress us guys. You know what I'm saying? Because we can rationalize it and be like, "Oh, well, he must be rich. He must be someone or whatever." We know the hierarchy, So,
Conquest, status. Those are the two things as a woman, once you realize, those are the two things that men of a certain caliber, okay, so all the men out there, don't get mad at my comments, all right? Men of a certain caliber want for themselves. They want to conquer, meaning they want the power. They want to acquire businesses. They want to reach a certain level.
But that has nothing to do with you. You dumb, because they can do that anyways.
Yeah.
You're just some skirt. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about?
Accomplishment and accolades, right? Conquest and status. They want the best of everything. And that doesn't mean flashy. It doesn't mean gaudy. It doesn't mean opulent. When I say the best of everything, it could be a Ferrari. It could be something that is understated, that is silent yet loud at the same time. It depends on who you're talking to. Okay, I won't generalize, but having the best of everything, including the woman, when he goes into that business meeting, when he goes to that gala, when he goes to that charity event, when he goes to that auction, when he goes to that wedding, when he goes to wherever he's going, the woman on his arm speaks volumes.
That's true. But at the same time, how many chicks are actually hot enough to be that chick?
Yeah.
Right? How many of these chicks can actually exist in that room? See, she's kind of saying what Kevin Samuels says. You know what I'm saying? About why, okay, she's basically saying like why if you're in the military, all the officers' wives are all cute little things. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain image, right? But he's doing that to increase his image, but not for validation. It's all part of his image. You know what I mean?
He could be wearing the most hobo core outfit. If his woman looks like a 10,
And now they can rent him. So I don't know what she's
Yeah.
thinking.
And
You
it's
know what,
really
yeah.
about attitude and acting with class, not
Yeah.
opening your trap. It's
true.
really kind of not just about looks. She's saying if you look hot enough, you can be an idiot and everyone's going to respect you. That's not really the case.
Yep. Here we go, guys. So this ought to be stunning, right?
Really likes you, trust me. If a man really likes you, trust me, the first thing he is going to think is, I need to make more money. Men love hot.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked.
Oh my God.
Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Guys, hold on. Let's look and see how this chick looks. Oh, and of course.
It kind of looks like a dog.
Of course, she's a single mom. Of course.
Yep.
Of course.
Of Nugs, kid.
Yep, of course. Look at that, guys.
Yeah.
This chick right here says basically, if you guys meet her, that you need to, that you're gonna want to start spending more money. Look at that. What are you? What? Hold on, guys.
Most relationships are a scam. They benefit the man and not the woman.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Explain. She's giving up her freedom for availability and proximity to a man to have her cooch. When a woman gets into a relationship, she immediately takes on extra labor and extra mental load. Men do not see it as a loyalty situation. They're still going to do whatever they want. So for those of you who think the title is going to grant loyalty, you're sadly mistaken. Most men don't see it that way. They expect you to be loyal. Their loyalty is optional. This is why I always say, get yourself into a beneficial situation. It does not matter who the man is. Is it beneficial for you? You are giving up your cooch, your loyalty, your freedom, everything else that you have going on for his benefit. What are you getting out of it? Relationships are transactional. I don't care how you play it. If he is not making your life better, he's taking away from it. And if there are children involved, that's even more mental load. What are you getting? I know this sounds cold and crass. I'm just telling you this is the reality of the situation. Most relationships do not benefit the woman, point blank, period. If you are getting into a relationship situation and you are not either leveling yourself up, saving your money, or doing something that is going to benefit you and your future children, you're wasting your time.
There you go. The best thing about dunderheads like you, is that your message is going to save a lot of men time and money because of the red flags that you teach to women. Oh, there's not enough text. Let's see. Guys, what can I put? Oh, George says, thank God for the red pill. Yeah. Yep. Today's women like you aren't worth a darn anyway. Aren't worth a damn anyways. This is why most men want to stay single. You don't see men complaining about dating on TikTok. Only sad, lonely broads. Ah, darn it. Let's see. Here you go. Here you go. Let's do this. Women like you are the reason most men stay single. So women like you are the reason most men want to stay single. You don't see men complaining about dating on TikTok. Only sad, lonely broads. About post. Okay. What a joke. Okay. Yeah, but she's a single mom.
Yep.
You know? Look at this. Here we go.
If a man really likes you, trust me, the first thing he is going to think is, I need to make more money. Men love high maintenance women. It is a thrill for any established man, any man who's on his way up and coming, who has money, to provide and make sure that his high maintenance girl isn't even seen as high maintenance.
Think about that. So he's already trying to struggle and do this, and you're just trying to take more of his resources and time.
Yep.
Not, you know what? I'm going to make his life as easy as possible. I'm going to put one more pressure on him to where he has to do this, he has to do that. You know?
You should be saying, I'm going to help him build up more.
Did you guys see
what I mean?
Hold on. Picture of the Eagles.
Lenny puts like big talk from a 2-bedroom apartment in the crapper, like
exactly. Did you guys see the you see this? The one picture of all the Philadelphia Eagles wives in one place. Do you see that? Dang it. Here it is. You guys know what the majority of the Eagles look like, right? Snowboard?
Of the not really, no.
The Philadelphia Eagles players.
Oh, the
what
players?
do they look? What do they look like?
Black dudes, tall, fit.
Thank you very much. And what do you think their wives look like, guys?
Bunch of white broads.
Oh my god, it's like the whitest picture I've ever seen. Wow.
Hey guys, you know all the B-dubs. Guys.
I'ma kill your bitch ass, bitch! I'ma kill you, you fucking whore!
Wow.
Look at this, dude. Look at all these knuckleheads in the comments are all mad. Look at that, guys. Look at that. But guys, here's the thing. Becky's not dumb. You know what I'm saying? If Colin was doing any type of sport, let's just say he was going to go to the major leagues for baseball. You don't think Becky is scouting out in college, right?
Yeah.
They study these guys just like they study for the LSAT. By the time she goes out on a date with Colin, so she knows everything about you already. She's asked around, so she knows what you like. She knows you like to go. You know what I'm saying? She talks to some of your exes. It figures out if you do butt stuff or thunder throat. You know what I'm saying? She already knows. So she can be the one to catch you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of these chicks, these Beckys, man, they don't want to work. They don't want to be out here trying to be a lawyer or a doctor or a marketing degree. They want to be an NFL player's wife. They play to win. Yeah. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Keisha can't be bothered. She's like, oh, no. If Snowboard does all the freaky stuff in bed, Becky says, he does what now? That's it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So
it's just maintenance. Don't listen to what they're telling you. A man's biggest asset is the woman on his arm. It's his
No, it's the biggest liability.
Yes. Yep.
best jewelry, it's his best accessory. It says absolutely everything about that man.
Look at that.
And so when
She honestly
you are
believes that.
maintenance-
Yeah.
She honestly believes that. And guys, a man's biggest liability, because a man's biggest asset is his word and his utility to the group.
Yeah.
His usefulness to the group. His utility is his greatest asset, and utility is his ability to be useful.
Yeah.
If Colin's that guy in the neighborhood that you could will help people. Oh, hey, Colin can help Snowboard's daughter's car is broken. Let's call Colin over. He'll help us fix it. Old lady, whatever, the 80-year-old retiree, her water heater's busted. Colin can come over and fix it. He's useful to the neighborhood. He's useful to the group. Oh, well, I have a business opportunity. Colin can look it over because he's a finance guy. He's useful to everybody. Those are the most powerful men, and those are the most valuable men out there, are the ones that are useful to the group.
It's beautiful. Keep yourself together. Have your hair done. Have your nails done.
Chris, yeah. Here's the thing. He says that the Becky, they treat them the way that future millionaires should be treated, even if they plan to take him for half. Guys, here's the thing. Becky plays the long game because even if homeboy gets taken for half his worth, at least a lot of times from when he joined the league as when he quit, he at least had a wife who would shut up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of dating some freaking Keisha who's talking mess. At least Becky waits until maybe he's retired, and then she gets tired of not being an NFL player's wife. She's just some dude's wife and leaves. You know what I'm saying? At least he gets something out of it. That's like a foreign chick. Everyone's like, oh, these foreign girls. Guys, at least if you are statistically better off trying to make it work for the chick from a more traditional country, even if she screws you over, at least she'll be hotter, right? And you'll get a couple of good years out of her instead of guaranteed getting screwed over here. You know what I'm saying?
Know how to put yourself together. You are his best asset.
Yeah.
Therefore, if a man is coming to you and saying you're so high maintenance, number one, he just can't afford you. Then stick to what you do.
Because you're a prostitute, right?
Stop trying to go up when you can't afford it. And girls, if he's telling you that, you need to run. Number one, he's jealous of you. And he's probably in his feminine. Number two, men love high maintenance women. It will help him achieve so much more when he's trying to provide for you. It's the truth. I'm sorry, this is just the truth of life.
Achieve it for you.
In his mind, I need to make more money.
So where's that wedding ring there, lady?
Yeah.
Where is it? Where? Clown world.
Support this girl to make sure she is provided for, to make sure she can live a step up from what she's currently living. He doesn't love you, or he's happy at the level that he's at, and that's never going to make you happy. And if you take care of yourself, that should be a norm. So stop listening to these red pill men who say, stop being high maintenance, be the chill girl. Do not do that.
She called us out directly, guys.
Wrong.
Right?
Yeah, wrong.
Look at that, guys. Yeah, unbelievable.
A chill girl will never win. He will cheat on you with the 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 high maintenance girl.
That isn't true.
No,
guys, how many times have you seen hot wives get cheated on with a bust down? You know what I'm saying? Because how many times have you seen these rich guys? They will cheat on their wife who's like a 7 or an 8, probably a 5 or a 6, because she was cool, because she made him feel important. She made him so she wasn't nagging, doing all stuff. She's like, "Oh my God, you're so funny." You know what I mean?
Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, who had his like nanny who was like not even hot at all. Yeah,
it's true.
I'd say a lot of men even have a kink with this. So stop listening to them. Listen to me. I'm telling you.
Yeah, don't listen to men about what men want. Okay.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Be high maintenance.
You're an idiot, dude. You are an idiot. Here we
You
go.
should absolutely be high maintenance as a woman. Let me tell you why. I don't know why people think it's a bad thing to
We
be
pause
called
it
high
for 1
maintenance.
second.
Someone will say to me, "You're."
Another reason why they like this high maintenance thing, because they have to do it so it consumes all of your attention and time. It's like a time trap for them. So they're trying to say this because it gives them fully control in the relationship, because you're just like giving all your time simping to them like 24/7.
Not just
That's
that,
why they like the idea of it.
But Snowboard, it's shaming language.
Yeah,
if
it
you
is.
aren't doing things for me, then you are less than. Please.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you couldn't pay me enough. Lenny, man, thanks for handing out the membership, man. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Thanks, man.
Really low maintenance. I would genuinely be insulted. First, let's define what high maintenance means, because I already see the comments coming in. I do not mean high maintenance in the sense that you are a bratty girl, you can never be pleased, and you're just ungrateful all the time. That is not the type of high maintenance I'm talking about. I'm talking about being high maintenance in the sense of how you take care of yourself and the amount of self-care that you do. Someone once asked me what I do for my hobbies. I looked at them straight in the face. I said that I do self-care. I'm not joking. When I am bored, ask my best friend. I'm either journaling.
What I do for my hobbies is self-care. And guys, look at this. Journaling. Okay, here we go.
Self-care. I'm not joking. When I am bored, ask my best friend. I'm either journaling, doing a spa day, or like doing some spiritual woo-woo witchy stuff.
Jesus Christ. There it is, guys, right there.
Yeah.
This is
I
like
watched a retreat or something.
This is the Bowser, like the Mario 3
Yeah.
Bowser of 304s. You know what I'm saying? This is the mother brain of 304s.
I'm always doing something that is very much self-care, like my version of getting in my divine feminine. Being a high maintenance woman actually will attract very masculine man. True masculine man, again, not one that's in his wounded, but a true.
There you go, guys. Every single buzzword, woke, liberal, Instagram, TikTok buzzword, right? And shaming language. Come on, man.
A masculine man will look at a woman that's high maintenance and think to himself, she can take care of herself. She has high standards. She knows what she wants. She has her shit together. She's now looked at as unattainable. When you protect your energy, they can feel that. Men know when you are just giving away your energy, you should always be protected. Since you're now looked at as unattainable, we all know how much men love to chase and what they can have. He's going to try to pursue you. Being high maintenance, you are setting your standards.
Chris says that admitting your high maintenance is the equivalent of a man admitting he's a bum. Facts.
High. You're setting your standards for your next relationship by how you treat yourself. So ladies, this is your sign to be high maintenance, not in a bratty way, but in a self-love, I take care of myself way. Love you. You should absolutely.
What a demon, dude. A demon. Absolute demon. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's go here. Most men that I know aren't in a high maintenance chicks. If you are, can you explain why? This guy says, this came up with a friend last night. We don't know any guys who want to be with a woman who is high maintenance in a stereotypical way. By high maintenance, I'm referring to taking forever to get ready and do makeup, regularly buying, expecting he bought expensive things, and in general be treated like a princess. A classic example from my personal history is a girl who did her makeup for a full hour before we went to an amusement park. Yes, these chicks do exist. I've dated a few. So I imagine some guys must be into that. Why? Do you ever get frustrated? Would you consider yourself high maintenance? This guy says the men who are with them don't notice. They just think that that's what chicks are like. This guy says, or she's really hot and doesn't want to give that up. This guy says, I know a couple of guys that are into them, and there seems to be three reasons from what I can tell. A, the trophies. So the women are generally very attractive, and they're willing to put up with the annoyances and from frustration for the prize. So the caretaker, they feel like they like to feel needed by the woman, and supporting behavior is their role. So to them, it isn't maintenance. And already mentioned to the guy, this just might be normal. Guys, this is not normal. Guys, she's spending hours and hours each day on skincare, all this foolishness. Guys, it's craziness.
Yeah. Also, too, all that quote, investment in her, that you give to her for like all her quote self-care.
Yeah.
The minute you do something wrong, that's just to look hot for another dude.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And it's like what half of it is. So
yeah,
all of that is just to feed her ego even more. So
that's like all these guys that want to buy their girlfriend's fake boobs or whatever. You don't think that freaking nug is going to be sucking on about 8 months? Are you serious, dude?
Yeah.
Really? This guy says, I didn't date high maintenance chicks until now. I'm in my mid-30s. My ex was low maintenance. My current's high maintenance, and there's some differences. And guys, here's the thing, guys. We have to admit a lot of our boundaries go out the window if she's hot enough. Sorry, that's just the way men are.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Guys, we are men. Now that we're red pill, we do have more solid boundaries. But guys, I know guys that are red pill guys, and they met a chick who was cool, she was hot, whatever. Now, it's usually short term, you know what I'm saying? Obviously. But I know guys, I will not talk to a single mom, but she's like an 8.
Yeah. So
he does was a couple nuts and go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the good. Having a girl who takes care of her body, hair, nails all the time can be annoying, but the reward is worth it. Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
All these damn appointments, hair appointment, nails, toes, waxes, trainer. Yes, running to Target to pick up something stupid like this detergent requires makeup and an outfit change, but I appreciate the self-care. Asking her to skip the gym one day. See, this is assuming that she's in shape and goes to the gym. You have biggins that do just the same makeup and everything. A trip to a mall is an all-day affair because she wants to be stylish.
So that's a nightmare.
Yeah.
You're spending all day at the mall. Like, that's simping. That sucks. That's a big deal, what he just said and just passed over. That's a huge deal.
Hey, snowboard. It gets worse, guys. It gets worse. And guys, anyone who has a high maintenance dating story, guys, call in, man. Guys, my ex from my 20s, guys, she was like that. Super high maintenance, man. You know what I mean? Ugh. Hey, guys, all of us have simped at one point. Because guys, we actually think it's normal, right? The way that we're raised and this gynocratic foolishness, right? He's like, well, the little lady likes nice things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Please.
Yep.
Her lifestyle is expensive, but she's never flat out asked me for money. I know she likes the finer things. I just can't take her to Texas Roadhouse for a steak. It's Ruth's Chris or better, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
What's wrong with Texas Roadhouse? What?
Her ego's too big for it.
I can't tell you the last time that we just went to the closest carryout spot. No, the place that we eat has to be researched. She has to read the reviews and explore other options. She wants some boots for Christmas. You think it's a $100 pair? Nope, the $300 pair. She has fresh flowers in her kitchen, which I think is a pain, but if it makes her happy, I pick her up flowers every 3 weeks. Look at this guy.
Beta.
What a simp.
She should be picking the flowers. That's a woman's thing.
Guys, come on. Look at that. I'm not a stylist. If she is, so when we go out, if she doesn't like my outfit, she will tell me to change it or pick out what I should wear. Dude, is she your mom? But I will say that it's reciprocated. She didn't buy me an Xbox X. She buys me designer clothes I couldn't even think of buying for myself, and she'll randomly clean my place. The same standard she holds for herself, she holds for me. It hasn't backfired. Oh, it will. This guy says, I'm exhausted just from reading that. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Someone says, I've had girlfriends like this, and they're lovely and not boring, but the whole thing is excruciating. There are all types. I also find really stylish, well-groomed, and well-dressed. What? Okay. What happened? Okay. This guy says that I think that describes the two chicks that I've loved, but I'm not sure that I would say that I love them because they're high maintenance. One thing great about high maintenance chicks is that they understand how much effort that they require. Yeah, right.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Yeah, right. But in their way, they give back. I mean, I don't really need my love to be made up, to make up 24/7. I'll always be the best dressed person. But I can't argue that I don't get turned on when I see her looking amazing. Let's see. A buddy of mine divorced his high maintenance wife. Here we go. She was a lovely person, but dang, was she high maintenance. Prone to pitching fits, demanding expensive gifts, expecting expensive flowers delivered to her office. Why? They started dating back when he was a sophomore in high school. She was a freshman. He came from a very rocky family life, and I don't think he knew better. He probably unwittingly encouraged it. He's also wired to be the giving caretaker type. And her parents treat her like a princess. Her sister's even worse. He's now with a lady who likes him for who he is. Doesn't need or want anything from him except to spend time together. It literally blows my mind. I'm happy. Yeah. Look at this guy. I was in a high maintenance chicks almost exclusively when I was younger. It was for 3 reasons. A, the challenge. What? I get a lot of satisfaction from making the women that I'm with happy. Come on. Beta! I'm an ambitious person and I often choose to do difficult things just to say that I accomplished my goal. What does that have to do with ambition?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That's a chick thing to say. I want the challenge in the relationship. That's what chicks say.
Since meeting my now wife, I've realized that a more down-to-earth chick's happiness is equally pleasing. Look at that. The reward. In my experience, these chicks with high standards tend to be extremely generous with their affection. Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Now, guys, I can say that a lot of these high maintenance chicks, when they get with Chad, they'll do anything for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
They will do anything for him. And oftentimes, that's why they are so messed up. It's because they'll have Chad. Like, guys, how many times have you?
It'll be like heroin addict Chad too.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And then they're all scarred up and bashed up from freaking being in a bad relationship, you know? Because I've met girls that were gorgeous girls that they were like, you know, kind of prissy girls, but like you see them, they once they latch onto a guy because they like let that guard down and let that guy in. It's like, why is this hot chick doing everything for this goofball? It makes no sense. So, expensive looking women. It's just a style that he finds. Whatever. What a joke. Just never, ever, ever, ever date high maintenance chicks. Ever. It's a complete and total waste of time. Hold on, guys. We'll look one more here, and then we'll switch gears. Hold on. Guys, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate that. Here we go.
The beauty maintenance things I would ideally love to do. I was just mapping out all of the beauty maintenance things I would ideally love to do this year, because I'm someone who, like, when I want something, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't have it. I'm going to be like, how can I have it? I'm going to make a little budget and then figure out how I can manifest that money. And
manifest.
So let's break this down. Okay, ideally on a monthly basis, my routine would be to get a manicure and pedicure, which is around $135 with tip, a wax, $67, and then eyebrow threading is around $25. Not bad. Okay, not bad. But then we get into quarterly. So my quarterly jaw Botox, which I do mostly for clenching because I like crack teeth, I clench so hard, that's around $350. A haircut and tone, ideally, $150 to $200. And then I would love to do a lash lift and tint, which would be $110 every quarter. Okay, and then about twice a year, I would love to do my lip filler. I don't know if I need to do this exactly twice a year.
Snowboard. This is how much guys that are into cars spend on their car, right?
Yeah,
you know
oil and
like,
stuff. Yeah.
Well, no. Let's just say that like you were rebuilding like an old Mustang. I'm serious. These prices, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
$700 for a new carburetor. $700 for a new, for new cloth for the seats. $350 for a new Mustang, and you know what I'm saying? Like this sheet reads like I think the only thing that a guy can do in a year to equal this monthly is restoring a car or like racing cars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's say you actually take your car to a track, new tires, new brake pads, new oil, etc. You know what I'm saying? Race gas,
Year, but we're gonna budget it for twice a year, which is around $700 each time. And then my cheek filler, I recently started getting cheek filler. I've only gotten one syringe.
Why?
I assume I will have to keep up
cheek
with that.
Filler.
Another $700, and then miscellaneous Botox because I'm a girl, $350. I would also love to get some microneedling done to get rid of all of the remaining acne scars I have, and that is $1,800. But it's only once. I only have to do like a series of 6 treatments, and then I'm done. So in total, that's $227 a month. Okay, not bad, right? But then it's another $660 a quarter, and then another $1,750 twice per year, which is then $8,864 per year, or an average of $738 a month. And that.
Wow.
Michael says, "Is this a tranny rebuild?"
Oh man.
Yo, that's hilarious, man. That is hilarious. Guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. I appreciate that.
That doesn't even include the cost.
Hit the join button, guys. Hit the super chat button. Appreciate that.
The microneedling that I want to do. But my manifesting self broke it all down and realized that in order to have an extra $738 a month post-tax, I would need to make an extra $10,000 a year, which is around another $833 a month.
Just to waste
it.
Which,
as an entrepreneur, is kind of like easy money. Instead of trying to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to cut back so I can make this happen, I'm just in such an abundance mindset where I'm like, no, if I want it, I'm going to make it happen, but I'm not going to make it happen by cutting back. I'm going to figure out how I can make that money so that I can have the things I want.
Is that not the most woman thing you've ever heard, guys? guys, put a 1 in the chat if that's not the most woman thing you've ever heard. Lance, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Henry, how's it going, my friend? Look at that, guys. Let's see what this knucklehead does for a living. What does she even do?
What if we treated Q3 like a 90-day personal growth experiment? While most people reset their lives in January, I'm doing it in...
Uh-oh. Sorry.
Welcome to my WAM, or my weekly accountability meeting, except calling it a WAM is so...
All these...
Jesus.
It's payday, and you know what that means. Let's budget my paycheck as a full-time entrepreneur. My company is set up as an self on payroll, and I pay myself a salary of around $69,000, making $4,649 per month. And then.
So wait, how is she gonna spend $10,000 a year when she only pays herself $69,000 and her rent's $2,700?
I wonder what she even does.
Of course, guys look therapy. Guys, who spends $450 a month in groceries?
Crazy.
Look at that. And she lives alone, guys.
Of course she does.
$450 a month. Absolutely insane, guys. Botox. What a joke.
So one other thing that I think is important about like the high maintenance woman archetype, they're not fulfilled within themselves at all. So they
Not at all.
need all this validation, all this extra material things and stuff. If they just accept, like for example, this girl, she just accepted, hey, I kind of look this way, and this is what it is. She doesn't have to spend like this money will be never ending.
Yeah.
Because unless she like accepts herself and does all these things like that, it will never go away. But these girls can kind of get all that attention and these other like things to fill that vacuum. Like if you had a girl that's like more godly, for lack of a better term, and more kind of like spiritually fulfilled and stuff, they don't want any of this. They're actually kind of like happy. I'm like, I can just stay at home and have my little garden and like I can do my little creative projects and whatnot. Jesus.
Guys, what is going on?
Oh my God. It's like
What is
Michael
going
Jackson
on?
or
Guys,
something.
nothing good can come from this.
No.
Nothing
No.
good.
No.
I'm surprised she doesn't have this here and then have an insert here with an arrow pointing.
As I go over all the procedures and treatments I got done in 2024. All right, let's start with the obvious, Botox. I do my 11s, my forehead, and my crows.
All these chicks are like in their 20s and they're getting Botox.
Yeah.
Why? Steve, man, thanks for handing out that membership, man. Appreciate that. Thanks so much. Yep. Oh, and guys, I haven't really plugged the merch store in a while. Guys, make sure that you go to the merch store, man. You know what I'm saying? We have Clown World shirts, right? Actually, something happened to an actual Clown World shirt. I need to actually get it done again. But yeah, guys, we have Clown World shirts. Look at that press charges. Awful shirts, right? 304s don't grow up; they just grow old. Guys, we have sweaters. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, guys. We have the 304 Tears mug. My most popular item. There. Yeah, guys, head over to the merch shop. So I actually have some more merch dropping soon. I just got to put it out there. So, yeah, guys, head over to the merch store. So, where were we?
Twice a year. I'll do it once before summer and then once before the holidays.
Jesus.
I'll also do trapezius Botox, and I'll do that about twice a year as well. I usually do my master
Oh my God.
as well, but I've only done it once this year. I'm actually kind of letting them grow out a bit. I've done 2 vials of Sculptra, and I kind of fan out the Sculptra between my temples, my mid-face, but I really focus on my smile line.
This chick says me running to Google for all the treatments. I don't know 85% of what you just said.
Yeah. Why would you get Botox in your trapeze?
In your
muscle?
traps. Yeah.
I don't understand like what
I don't get it.
Look like more like a man or something.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
very
injections,
strange.
and I'll do a vial a month. I dissolved some of my lip and then added a half syringe back in.
Why?
2 half syringes between my cheeks and my chin. 2 Moxie treatments. 3 vampire facials with PRP injections.
You see that there was girls getting like the high five and the herp dirt from those vampire facials where they put someone's blood on your face. Yuck!
What?
Yeah.
What is that? I was going to ask
There you
what a
go.
vampire. What is that?
Here you go.
It becomes pretty problematic. Nancy Liu reporting there. I want to bring in Dr. Monica Gandhi. She's the professor of medicine and associate division chief of the Division of HIV, Infectious Diseases, and Global Medicine at the University of California, San Francisco. You know, as I hear this, there are a lot of things that I've never done it, but it doesn't sound safe. What's your medical opinion on these vampire facials? That's when the guidelines aren't followed.
Well, it does involve needles. So anything that involves needles can pass on blood-borne pathogens. So clearly what happened here is supposedly you're using the blood from the patient themselves. I'm using patient because unfortunately 5 people did convert to HIV medications now, but the needles must have been contaminated with other people's blood for this contamination to occur. So anything that involves needles needs to be really safe, absolutely clean needles, dipping into, common water supplies that are clean. I'm not sure what happened here, but clearly practicing without a medical license or without a license did not work out.
Right. So begs the question, what questions should people be asking before they get a procedure? Where is it safe to get something like this done? What would be top of mind?
Nowhere.
Yes, I mean, that place, because we've also seen, for example, hepatitis C infection from nail salons, which is another blood-borne pathogen. So you want to ensure that there are signs on the door that this is an inspected facility and that the
Yeah, Damon said it best. Only women are stupid enough to do this.
Yeah, if something's vampire anything,
they can vote.
It's good.
And they can vote. Maybe they should use pig's blood like in Carrie, the movie.
Practitioners there have undergone training for blood-borne pathogens and how you prevent the spread of blood-borne pathogens. So training, certificates, ask to see their license. It looks like this is here to stay. So if that's true and you really want to do this, please ensure that you're going to a very licensed and clean facility.
And this is the injection of platelets, the person's own blood. Could the same risks be true in something like Botox, which is also very common using needles?
Botox is drawn up from actually what Botox is, it's a
poison.
It's from a spore called Clostridium botulinum, and there's no blood in there. So we've never seen any problems with Botox injections, and I wouldn't expect that to happen because there's not exposure to blood.
Okay, but even if there's a needle involved and the needle hasn't been handled
properly,
has
to be clean.
Okay,
you're
always.
absolutely right. Needle has to be clean.
Yeah. Another health story, this involving the brain. Researchers trying to get to the bottom of why certain people are more likely to believe conspiracy.
This week, the CDC put out a warning about a new link between HIV and what's known as vampire
15
facials.
past
Three
the wall,
women
but
were diagnosed with the disease after getting the treatment in New Mexico.
Federal health officials said that a clinic in Albuquerque apparently reused disposable equipment intended for one-time use. And joining us now to talk more about this is Dr. Tess Mauricio, board-certified dermatologist and owner of MB.
Disgusting.
That's crazy.
Underneath my eyes. Lastly, always at the end of the year, I like to do either like heavy duty laser or a chemical peel. So for New Year's, I'm going to do the Cosmolon chemical peel. That way I will have fresh new skin for the new year. Get ready with me as I go.
Wow. I'm kind of speechless.
Guys, it's so funny that this chick is a woman and she does more work to look like a woman than a lot of these transformers do.
Yeah.
Guys, what an absolute joke. And guys, who do you think is going to pay for all of this, right? You know what I mean? Guys, we have one more here.
Things that are high maintenance that I will accept zero criticism on. Some of you may relate and some of you may not, but that's okay. I fully accept being high maintenance. Number one, breakfast every single.
She has some cans, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at, you know what I'm saying?
Pair of titties make you want to stand up and beg for buttermilk.
Morning. I am not a girl who can go about her day without eating. You want me to come in a good mood? I will have had to have eaten first. Number 2 goes along with that. Breakfast first, coffee second, not a sip of coffee before food. Even if
Isn't it crazy how all these chicks look exactly alike?
They talk very similar too. The way they
look
talk
the
is
same.
like
And
an
here's the thing,
algorithm.
guys, a lot of these transformers that go and get the surgery, they look like these chicks too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All these chicks, they go to the same doctor, and they all look the same.
If it's a no makeup day, we're always doing eyebrows, curled lashes, and lip liner. I don't make the rules. Jewelry at all times, otherwise the outfit is not complete. It doesn't matter how many white t-shirts and tank tops I own. If I'm online shopping, I'll just buy a few more. Paying for the most expensive membership on ClassPass. The gym is boring and I need variety. Only washing my hair once a week. Paying for an expensive Russian manicure, but only ever getting the same thing. When you find the perfect color, you'll get it. High maintenance? Maybe.
Now, guys, you know who Blair White is? Snowboard.
I've heard of her before. I think if
Blair
I
White
see her, I
is
might
that
remember.
conservative transformer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen her. Yeah.
So all these chicks look just like Blair White.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you look at, they all go to the same doctor. Yeah. They all use the same filter.
Consider.
You know what I'm saying? Right? So this is an algorithm. Except this transformer right here.
Yeah.
I swear, guys, there's this war between transformers that can pass as chicks, and then the rest of them. There's only a small group that can actually somewhat pass. You know what I'm saying? And they can't stand Blair White because Blair White's like, look, being a transformer has nothing to do with your politics, and you can't pull the whole. Well, you aren't a transformer thing on her because she is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw.
Look at this person right here.
Alex Jones interviewed on her show.
Right.
Jesus.
Look at this.
Baby, I'm gonna butter your bread.
Look at that. Here's the thing. Like I said, I think it was one of the feminist chicks that said that it's funny how all these transformers look the same because they all go to the same surgeons. You know what I'm saying?
I think erasing
So-
you as trans. I am like you're not trans, and I don't.
So that person was like, I'm non-binary, but I'm a transformer. And Blair White goes, how can you be non-binary, be a transformer if you don't believe in the binary? Like, what are you transforming to? It makes no sense. So now all these morons go after her, him, her, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Blair White makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, so guys, so Snowboard, closing words on the whole high maintenance.
Yeah, high maintenance means lack of soul, which they fill with materialism, money, narcissism.
Yes.
Big ego, only care about themselves, and all that high maintenance can just be used to monkey branch to another dude anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's mostly about them, and it's mostly about how they're not just able to accept themselves. So they need all these other external treatments and things like that to feel decent. And that decency will only last for like 3 days, and they have to pick the next thing to do. So that's what I would say about it.
Here we go, guys. Look at this.
The Senate has passed sweeping changes to federal student loan programs that could
Let's
affect
go.
millions of Americans.
Nice.
The legislation would eliminate popular repayment plans and dramatically reshape how students pay for college.
Critics are calling it the most significant overhaul of student loans in decades, warning that it really could force borrowers into higher monthly payments and lead to a wave of defaults. That does not sound good. So let's bring.
Hey guys, you're gonna get a lot more matches on dating apps than this rate. Straight up, dude. Come on.
ABC's Alexis Christoforous to talk a little bit more about this. Alexis, thanks for being here.
Of course.
So what does this mean for borrowers and students across the country? It doesn't sound good.
No, as you said, it's the biggest overhaul to this federal student loan program in decades. It's meant to help people pay those loans off faster and just sort of get a handle around
Alexis Christopher.
those that runaway interest, and also really to lower the tax burden, because lots of folks, are, if there's loan forgiveness, that falls sort of on the taxpayers' backs. But critics are saying this ultimately is going to mean higher monthly payments for borrowers and fewer choices.
How high are we talking about?
So depending on the loan type, it could be between $200 and $300 more per month.
Let's go.
Nice.
Guys, do you guys care?
Nope. No, I don't care.
I don't care. I don't have any student loans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What a joke.
And it could be even more for graduate students, for parents who use the Parent Plus program as well.
All right, so it's kind of hard to feel good about something when you had debt forgiveness and now you just have a rehaul of the payment plan. Now, the bill eliminates the Graduate Plus program and caps borrowing for medical and law students. What does this mean for people who want to become doctors and lawyers? Because
now, does anyone know what that means? Because, guys, it used to be that you can take out as much debt as you wanted in law school, medical school, any type of grad school. You can just keep going and rack up millions of dollars in debt if you wanted to. Yes. Did you know, Snowboard, that in California, if you go to grad school for science, technology, engineering, math, then your master's, your PhD is free?
Really? I didn't know that.
So if you wanted to go be a PhD in chemistry and you had the grades, it would be free.
Wow.
So you would think that a bunch of these chicks would try and be chemists, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know?
there is no cap on the price or what it costs you to be a doctor or a
Yeah, very good point, right? So the cost to do that, the schools they're not lowering their tuition,
right?
But you're going to be capped now at how much you can borrow to go to medical school, law school, graduate school. And right now there is no cap. You can actually borrow from the federal government the entire amount of tuition to go to medical school, for instance. So there's not going to be a cap. It's going to be $50,000 a year for 4 years. For law school, it's going to be $20,000.
So that doesn't cover it. I mean, that might mean you have to work for a few years before you go to school.
Or you have to take out a private loan that comes with more risk and higher interest rates. And what it's really going to do is not make those professions accessible to a whole group of people, especially low-income folks.
Wow. This means that there's going to be a whole bunch of Asians.
Yeah.
The only ones that apply for friggin' scholarships, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. Why does popular repayments? Can you tell us about
Spacious? What's up, dude?
It's really a good thing because instead of them just being 304s wasting time in college, it's like, how about you study and get through it quickly and really retain what you're doing instead of just being a drunken 304 in college. And same for men too. Like, you know, stop partying so much and like, you know, do some work here. So it's actually a really good thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They're just going to take out private loans. I know girls that have private loans, $200,000 in private student loan debt cooked.
Oh my God.
How they're being phased out and how that will impact.
They are under the Biden administration. There were a whole bunch of different plans to help you pay off your debt, tie it to your income. Starting July of next year, you're going to have two options. You can either pay it off as a standard monthly amount, like you would a mortgage, or there is going to be one that ties it to your income, but this one's going to be a larger portion of your income than currently. So look, for new borrowers next year, this is going to take effect beginning in 2026. If this bill, big, beautiful bill actually passes, right? But it looks like it may. And then for folks who currently have loans, this is going to be phased in for them through 2030. So you have a little bit of time to sort of get your financial house in order.
Cooked. Guys, here, let me show you something, and then we'll switch gears. Hold on. Hold on. Bucks. This. So this is some rapper, right? It was at her album release party.
So we start with the mass shooting in River North. 4 people were killed, 14 others hurt. We want to show you some new video just into our newsroom showing the moment a car drove up and people inside it started firing. If you look very closely here, you see some flashes of light from the gunfire. We want to let you know that we have blurred the images of the victims there in that lower right-hand corner. We have team coverage as police figure out why an album release party was targeted. Our Sarah Maki learning more about the—
What do you mean, why?
Yeah, and you know what?
Pokemon.
I'm going to buy that album. It's going to be a baller album.
victims, but we start with Tara Molina and the latest on that investigation. Tara?
She can get it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She ain't terrible looking.
Like I said, she's a little bit past the wall. You know, she has old lady neck going on.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can start a leaf blower.
Marie, police have confirmed, like you said, this was not a random shooting with 2 men and 2 women killed here, 14 others injured right outside this now closed lounge. It happened right around 11 o'clock last night. Those shots fired by multiple people inside of a dark car.
We need more units.
Police calling for help from Chicago and Franklin.
Hey, squad, we need more ambulance out here. We don't have nearly enough.
You're looking at scene video right now. Police say multiple people fired shots from a dark car into a crowd outside Artist Lounge around 11.
This venue was targeted.
Targeted, with the crowd leaving the album release party for Chicago-born rapper Mellow Bucks, who confirmed on social media many of the people hurt were her friends.
They didn't care who was struck. And in a matter of seconds, they were able to shoot 18 people.
Jesus, 18 people. That must have looked like the friggin' D-Day scene from Saving Private Ryan.
I know. I thought they just did that at birthday parties in Chicago, though.
Yeah. Hey, guys, once again, snowboard. This is why. Guys, what do you think the majority of the people in that club look like? Yeah. We didn't even need to say it. Yeah. No thanks, dude. Nope. Yeah. You will not catch me there. No way. Yeah. Nope.
Police Superintendent Larry Snelling, joined by Mayor Brandon Johnson and other city public safety leaders addressing the mass shooting today.
There's a possibility that there was a rifle used in this. There were 2 different calibers of shell casings recovered.
We are mobile.
So I thought only white guys use rifles for mass shooting, right, guys?
Yep.
It's 2000 guys said I was. No, I wasn't there. You guys saw me there. It's because I was replaced by a pod person. No way, guys. No way. Yep.
Now to make sure that this incident does not return and bring about.
Oh, shut up, you beta.
Yeah,
guys, this guy, is the biggest beta I've ever seen. Guys, hold on. Let's see. Instagram. I hope that I saved this.
Lori Lightfoot would have promoted the album up there.
Yep. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. Oh, no. Where was it? This chick's in the car, and these rods start shooting. Hold on. Let's see. Videos. Where's the video at? This chick's sitting in her car. You know, all of a sudden it's like they start shooting at her. Let me see. Now I can't find the video. Guys, let me check Twitter. Why
more violence?
I asked the police superintendent about concerns this mass shooting was gang-related and could mean retaliation, something he didn't confirm or deny.
There's coordination. Not only coordination with our local partners here, but also our federal partners when it comes to the possibility of this being some kind of gang conflict.
Now, we've been checking in with Chicago police throughout the day, of course. Right now, I'm told no one is in custody. There have been no arrests related to this mass shooting. And that's as city leaders ask you at home to please come forward and share any information that you may have about this incident. Of course, we'll continue to bring you the very latest live. For now.
Let's see, guys. Oh. Here you go, guys. Check this out. There we go. This. So this guy is like, yeah, I'm going to go to Africa. It's just going to be awesome because the UK sucks. What?
Bro, I want to get a taxi, sir. Look at this. Get off. I'm not ready for Africa. And I feel like Africa is slowly turning me into a person that I don't want to be. And that is someone who's hot-headed, high-tempered, arguing all the time. That's what Africa does here. Like being in Kenya and being in Uganda, you are constantly alert. You're constantly worrying if someone's going to come up and rob you. You're constantly worrying if someone's going to try and do bad things to you, which I can't even mention on YouTube. And you're just constantly alert. I think the time is right. So we've booked flights out of here, me and James. We're looking for a taxi. A taxi? Here. You work for taxis, right?
Yeah. Me, you're recording.
It's recording for me.
Huh?
For me.
I can see your
It's
camera.
for our safety.
I can see your camera is recording.
It's for my safety. A taxi with you, but not now. It's fine. Get off. Get off. Bro, I want to get a taxi, sir. Look at this. Get off. Okay, let go then. I apologize. I was trying to get a taxi.
Hey, I'm just seeing your camera recording. Don't push me. Don't push me. Listen.
I will delete it. Okay. Okay.
Calm down.
Let's calm down. We just want to get a taxi. Okay. There you go. I need to get out of Africa right now. I am absolutely bubbling. I am shaking. We just got surrounded. About 30 of them swarmed us and were trying to grab my camera. And the guy, I just got that in the clip where he was holding my arm. And I tried to move it. I couldn't move it. And some guy started trying to grab the camera. Nearly did. Didn't let him know. And I was like, delete it. It's just not where you want to be. Absolutely. Get me out of Africa. Get off.
But I thought, that the West was terrible.
Yeah.
And I thought that Africa and Asia and stuff are just so much better, right? They're so much more noble and, Tech. Now, we might have people from south of the border, but guys, the UK, Canada, and Europe, they have people from the Middle East and from other places that are a lot worse. Okay, that's the one thing that I can say, guys. Everything that we hyperbolize our border crisis to be like our immigration problem to be, that the UK is. Guys, there's whole swathes of the UK where basically, like, if you're walking down the street and your wife, your girl has a skirt on, they'll come up to you and be like, she needs to cover up. Insane. You know what I mean? Absolutely insane. And guys, if there's one thing that I want Orange Man to fix, it's the border. All right? Because I can say without a doubt that the UK's immigration problem, yeah, guys, we can't fathom what their immigration problem is. Guys, there's one lone man, one lone hero, okay, that's fighting the fight in the UK.
Yep.
And that's this man right here. Okay? This guy, guys, don't type his name. I'm not going to say his name. I'll have him on the screen. But guys, this guy right here, his work, it's not going to be until long after he's gone that people will appreciate exactly what he's done, what he's trying to do, and what he's sacrificed for his country. He's been saying this, guys, for what? snowboard. What?
Jeez,
Since 2012?
15 years, yeah. 12, 15 years, yeah. I was going to
15
say about
years.
12 years. 12, yeah.
Yeah.
Gone to prison for it.
Yeah.
Got his, a ton of
Yeah.
The good thing about him, he won't quit. You can't. He's like a guy you can't kill.
Yeah.
In a way,
unless you actually do it.
Yeah, and they try to.
Yeah, guys, I need everyone just do some research on this guy. And guys, I'm telling you, man, he's one of my personal heroes.
Yeah, very ethical, very brave.
You guys know he has a lot of black supporters in the UK.
Yep.
The idea that
because they're saying, look, we came from Jamaica, we came from Trinidad, we came from Sierra Leone, right? We came from Nigeria. We came to the UK to assimilate and enjoy the UK. We don't want people here who are going to try and turn the UK into something that it's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, guys, don't date high maintenance chicks, man. Waste of time. Waste of time and effort. And guys, give me a second. Henry dropped this one in the Discord, so let's look at this one because I've been trying to look at this one. And guys, I will drop some more content on 50304 this week. It's been really busy. And I'm gonna start doing compilations over there. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So let's just do this.
That's the sound of the police.
Let's see. Change up the ambiance here. We'll break out the race card. Yeah, because honestly, like, you just have to admire someone with the balls that TR has. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A ton of courage.
The balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's courage. That's courage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, bravery is just reacting to something, right? Like it's saying, well, snowboard's about to get hit by a car. Oh, I react and take him out. Courage is saying, look, snowboard's in this burning building. It's about to collapse. I know that there's a good chance I'm not making it out of there, but I'm running in there anyways.
Yeah.
That's courage. Knowing full well. Guys, I will be live tomorrow, probably about 4 p.m. I'll be live tomorrow, guys. Guys, we'll do the 4th of July special. We'll talk about the Diddy trial. We'll talk about these 304s who hate America. We even talk about these simps and these morons who hate America too. You know what I'm saying? And guys, and then we're going to talk about the best parts about America, right? How about that? Let's be positive, guys. Let's talk about all of the best things about America. You know? Because that's going to piss these morons off more and more. So
only y'all know y'all rights. Absolutely wrong.
Damage your car, it's on you.
And if you put my car on this thing, I'm going to beat your ass.
Please.
So now with that being said, you're just trying to that you barely got, that you barely had, because I didn't do anything wrong. I was not resisting anything. I'm going to let y'all take the car.
An entitled
Isn't it funny how that works,
laws
guys?
don't apply to her, goes to war with police when they try to tow her car, which leads to a humiliating meltdown and an incredibly satisfying arrest.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
I'm not fine here.
Good. I'm Officer Bellanti, CPD. What's in the bag?
I'm getting my driver's license.
Driver's license.
Guys, what do you see on the steering wheel, right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Guys, there's a steering wheel.
Talking about horse people. They're everywhere.
Yes, so I seen you behind me when I switched lanes.
Yeah. So that's the reason for the stop is the lane change.
That's why I turned my signal on when I changed lanes.
Okay.
Is that a problem?
No.
You say yeah?
I said no.
Oh, okay.
Is this your car?
Yes, sir.
All right. You got insurance?
No, I have not paid my insurance this month.
How long?
It's been probably over 30
You guys see Jake Paul fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You see Chavez Jr. got arrested by ICE after the fight.
Oh my god.
That's what he gets for that atrocious fight anyway. Guys, I said
Over 30 days. Okay. Does your passenger have an ID?
I'm not able to pay my car insurance until the second.
Until the second?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Why?
I'll
Because
drive
it's
back
after
with
the
you guys,
first
okay?
of the month.
Okay.
So where are we going in here?
Going to the Thompson Club off to my daughter.
Okay.
Literally right here. Right down the street from my crib where you just seen us.
Sounds good, ma'am. I just want to talk to you out here real quick.
No problem.
Yeah, we'll step back with this officer. She passed me that bag. I gotta talk to her about what's in it is all. Are there any weapons in the car?
No, sir.
No drugs, nothing like that?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm not standing up there with him real quick. Do you have anything on you?
No, sir.
You want to sit in my car so you're not out here getting wet, unless you want to stand out here?
Either or, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay. If you want to stand out here, that's fine. Here, just stand at the front of the car. Nope. We're gonna look through the bag. Stand at the front. You're saying just the booze?
Why do you need to look through my bag?
You can't be driving around with open alcohol in the car.
The bottle hasn't been touched. I said booze in my tray, so I mean.
But I could see just when you were fiddling around that it obviously had been drinking out of.
That bottle hasn't been drinking out of for 2 days, sir.
But you're still driving around.
But you still have an open bottle in your car, you absolute
Oh my god.
dunderhead. What are you talking about? Come on.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Are you dumb?
But she hasn't drank in it in 2 days, so it's okay.
Has it been drinking out of?
And you know why? Because you know what was in there? Drank.
Yeah, right. Hey guys, did you see you Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out at the end of the month?
Oh, really?
And the actress that played the girl in the first one, even though she had that short hair, she's pretty hot. She's gonna be in the movie as his wife, and she thought that she was too old, that they'd have another actress. But here's the thing. Here, this is her now. So this was her back in the day. That's her back in the day, and this is her now.
Wow.
You can still get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's authentic too.
Where's her in let's do 20. Wait, this is young, sorry. Yeah, she can get it. How you doing? I'd even keep the lights on.
Yeah.
It's so weird because she had this short hair, so it actually made her look older right here.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
horrible haircut. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were trying to make her be like a Karen, sort of, in like in the movie.
Yeah, but then Adam Sandler's like, "What are you talking about? Like you one of the you one of the best parts of the movie. Why would they leave you out?" So yeah, she can get it. You know.
Yeah. Her name's Julie, but I'd still give her a pearl necklace.
Oh, hey, have you heard of the whole pearl jewelry theory? Hold on, guys. Pearl jewelry theory. Here you go. They're trying to say that if a girl wears pearl jewelry, it's a turnoff because guys think she's like high maintenance or stuck up. You know what I'm saying? Here we go.
Maybe it used to mean that.
So pearl earrings. Pearl jewelry often symbolizes beauty, class, and sophistication to old people. But these chicks think that that wearing them is keeping guys from talking to them. They say that it scares away potential suitors. What do you guys? Why don't they just ask guys, right?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
If anything, I think actually maybe the opposite. When I see pearls, I think more of like a classier girl who's like a little bit maybe like more old fashioned and not going to be like a modern.
Well, here it is.
So
she says recently, I've been realizing that I'm chronically single. I found out about the pearl earring theory. No wonder I'm single. I'm decked out in pearls. I don't think that I look intimidating. There's that intimidating word. Men don't think that women are intimidating. What are you talking about? Oops. What a joke. What is going on? Now the red nail theory. What? That chicks get asked out if they were red nail polish because it reminds them of their mom. No, red nails.
What?
And red lipstick makes a girl look easy. You know what I'm saying? But guys, I'm telling you.
Talking about whores, people. They're everywhere.
You know what I mean? Come on now. Let's see. This guy says, it's not the jewelry, it's the attitude. Be selective. You'll have the advantage. Someone says, it's not the pearl earrings. It's the tattooed arms and necks. It's a septum and nose rings. It's the 20 earrings in each lobe that looks like they were installed using a rivet gun. It's the multicolored hair that foreshadows that you are angry and unpleasant to be around. It's the I'm a boss, babe, so you better deal with it attitude.
Yeah.
You see incredibly high standards that hold men, that they hold men to, though the average American woman's 5'3" and 174 pounds, which is heavier than the average male soldier during World War II. If you're looking for a man to be pleasant, lose weight, don't boss babe, too close to the sun, turn off the apps and smile more. That's true. Look at that. Disgusting. If she has a tattoo, she's easy to screw. That's actually pretty funny, man.
It is, yeah.
Is the problem, right? I just want to make sure there's nothing else in here that you're not supposed to have when you're driving around town. That's all.
No, I literally just left from the house, so anything that's in my bag, I haven't. Okay. You know.
That's it.
Yeah. I haven't touched anything since I've been off work.
There's nothing else in the car.
No, sir.
Okay.
I know you read my name, so it's probably showing up in the system that I have a FOID license. No, my gun is not in the car.
I didn't even know you had a FOID. So.
Yes, I do. And it's not, my firearm is not in the car.
Okay.
So.
I wasn't even really necessarily worried about that.
I'm just informing you because I know it's your job.
Why don't you take a seat in the car? That way you're not getting soaked, okay? This won't take too long. Step over here. Nothing in your pockets?
No, sir. Nothing. You're more than welcome to check me.
I'm just going to check with the back of my hand. Or if you want to fold out. Only up in the car? Yeah.
That's fine. Why can't I sit in my own car for that, then?
Because I'm going to get him out of the car, and we're going to check your car, and then we'll get you on your way.
Oh, God.
I'm going to have you step out, too, real quick. Won't take long, since it's raining. I do have open container on me. That's all right. Just have out.
Hey, now he has an open container also.
Yeah.
Nothing on you?
Why?
Because he's nug.
Just have somebody that can come pick you up. Okay. The reason I ask is it is going to get towed, the car, since she doesn't have insurance. No, what I'll do, I'm going to take the keys. I'll let you guys sit in here until the tow gets here. Try and work on a ride. You are still not free to leave.
But I'm not under arrest.
Gets here, you're
so with that being said,
you are
not being under arrest. No, I'm not, because you did not tell me I was under arrest.
You're going to get 3 tickets. You're going to be under arrest 3 times. Can you guys step out here? Here's your bag back. And then 3 tickets, October 28th.
You don't even have to give me the tickets because I'm going to pay for my car insurance now.
That doesn't change anything.
Okay.
Still,
look at that, guys.
You didn't pay for it anyway.
Yeah. When they try to either run out on the check or they shoplift. I got money. I paid for it now, dummy.
You guys have been able to take my car tonight because I have no ride. So if I have my insurance, then that'll stop you guys from taking my car.
No,
so it's
it
paid
does not.
for.
It does not.
Yes, it does.
So let's not go down that road, okay? Because they're going to tow your car regardless.
No, they're not. And I'm not standing outside in the rain to talk to you.
They're gonna tow it when they're in there. I mean, it's not really gonna accomplish anything. Yeah, I get that. Hey, what if she refuses to get out of the car for you guys? If she refuses to get out of the car, are you guys just gonna hook up to it or what?
I can just hook up to it.
Yeah.
I back up to it. I need you on her rear bumper so she can't take off.
All right, great. Let's explain this to her one more time. Listen, the car's getting impounded regardless.
No, sir.
That's not
As
how
long
this
as my
works.
insurance got paid for, it's paid for.
No,
So
you
therefore,
still
you're not
committed
towing
the
my
offense
car.
of driving on the road without insurance. It's getting
You're still not going to tow my car, and I can show you my insurance card.
Man,
No,
we're
sir.
past that.
No, you're not towing my car.
Everybody out here is going to get soaked because you think that you're going to be able to
No,
change
what's
what
going to happen is y'all going to get sued because I know my rights. This is where y'all fail to realize.
You
Y'all
already
think,
tried to
no, sir. Y'all think only y'all know y'all rights. Absolutely wrong. I know my rights. He's not towing my car. So Reynolds, if you put this on the thing, you're going to be sued. So you might as well give up on it. You might as well give up on it.
Damage your car. It's on you.
What are you doing?
I know my rights. That's what I'm doing. I know my rights. Y'all not going to tell me.
Okay, I'm going to give you one last chance to get out of the car or you're going to jail.
I'm not going to go to jail
Yes.
because I know
Yes,
my
you
rights.
are.
So with that being said, I'm not going to stand out in the rain. We're going to start there.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you one more time. You either step out of the car and your car is impounded or I'm taking you to jail.
Y'all got to give me valid proof that my car is going to be impounded or I'm not getting out.
Now, or I'm taking you to jail. What's it going to be?
I hope y'all ready for this lawsuit.
Yep.
Y'all are? Okay.
Looking forward to it. Let's go.
That's great. Y'all don't necessarily even have
Now
proper
or you
protocol.
go to jail. This is the last time
I'm finna get the fuck out my car. You're not gonna rush me,
Get
bro.
out of the car.
The fuck is wrong with
If this was a guy, they just dragged him out.
you?
Now.
And if you put my car on this thing, I'ma beat your ass.
Okay.
Now, with that being said, I'm out of my car and y'all still don't run.
Let's go.
Because I know my fucking rights. Y'all didn't read me no rights, so therefore I know mine. Do y'all know y'all?
You're not being
Do you know exactly? So with that being said, I can show you my fucking insurance card. Insurance is paid for.
Nope.
And it was paid before this motherfucking tow company got here.
You already told me that you haven't had insurance for the past 30 days.
Exactly, but if I just pay for my car insurance because someone helped me pay for my car insurance,
We're past that.
you can't tow my car.
We're past it.
At least I was being honest with y'all.
Yeah.
So now with that being said, you're just trying to be a that you barely got, that you barely have. No, I'm not done. Because I'm going to read you your rights before you can fucking read me mine. With that being, no, I'm not. I'm fucking not. No, I'm not.
All right, you guys can hook up to it.
The fuck is to y'all. I know my fucking rights. Okay. Don't put that fucking latch on my motherfucking car unless y'all want to issue.
Well, guys, there it is, right?
It's time!
We're done. The chance might be back.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I need you back now.
Man.
I'm going to
Now I'm not under arrest. And
Oh,
all
please,
I'm gonna do
Taser.
is turn
Let's
my
go.
fucking car off.
Stop now.
If y'all break my arm, I'm suing y'all.
Then stop moving.
Let me go then.
Get her. Can you stop, man?
No, because I'm not under arrest or nothing.
I already told you you're
All
under
I was going to do is just turn my fucking car off. Let me go. All I was going to do was just turn my car off. That's it. No, I'm not.
Yep, stop it. Let's get her bag off first.
Can you let me go?
No.
Josh, come get my bag.
In a minute. Hang out over there.
Can y'all let me go? All I was doing was turning my car off.
I gave you plenty of opportunities.
All I was trying to do was get the rest of my stuff out the car and turn off my car.
You would have had
Can
the
y'all please?
opportunity to do that.
Okay, that's all I was trying to do.
No.
Can y'all please let me go?
In the car now.
All I was trying to do was turn my car off. And y'all are manhandling me.
In the car.
Manhandling.
Can y'all let me go, please?
In the car.
Well, if you walk like a man and you talk like a man, you'll get manhandled, right? Right, guys?
Can y'all please let me go? Y'all are hurting my arms.
Okay.
No, I'm not getting in the car because I didn't do anything wrong. All I was gonna do was take my rest of my stuff out of the car. How? And all I'm telling y'all is all I was trying to do is get the rest of my stuff out the car and turn the car off.
Dummy.
I was not resisting anything. I'm gonna let y'all take the car. I wasn't.
It's too
If
late.
I'm telling y'all I'm getting the rest of my stuff out my car, that's it.
That's
And I
not
would
what
have
you
walked
said.
from here.
In the car.
Y'all didn't give me no chance. Y'all just snatched me up. Can y'all please let my arms
I
go?
clearly said I was giving you a chance
Can y'all
to
please
get out
let
of the
my...
car.
And y'all did not.
Sit down in the car.
Can y'all please let me go?
Get in the car. Or you're going to get yourself hurt. Get in the car.
Can you please uncuff my arms?
Stay on the sidewalk for a minute.
Ugh, look at that, whatever it is in her lip. Yuck.
Not right now.
Listen to me. Get in the car. This isn't going to go well for you.
Y'all are trying to take me to jail for no reason. All I was trying to do is get the rest of my stuff out the car.
Get in the car.
That's
now.
it.
Put your feet in now.
I have no problem with doing that, but y'all, first and foremost, there's no female officer even a present. So
There it
therefore,
is again.
I know my rights. All I was trying to do is get the rest of my out of the car, and I was gonna let y'all take it.
Nope.
Period. That's it. There's no reason for y'all to take me to jail when I'm steady telling y'all. I was not gonna drive nowhere. I'm steady telling y'all. All I was, do not touch me. Do not touch me. This is a lawsuit.
Now.
If B-Dub spent as much time curing cancer as they did talking, right, guys? Imagine all the positivity that B-Dubs would actually do if they put all the effort into something positive as they do in a talking trash, right?
Put your feet in the car.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm steady trying to talk to somebody. He's ignoring me.
Listen, are you willing to do a breathalyzer once we go back to the police
No.
department?
This is the whole problem. I'm steady
Yes or
saying,
no?
I'm steady saying to you guys, all I want to do is make, when I got out the car, I did not feel my cell phone in my pocket.
You want to do
So
a
when I opened the
breathalyzer or
door to get my phone out the car, that's all I was doing. I was not finna pull off no anything. I was already out of the car.
You want to do a breathalyzer, yes or no?
Can you let me out the car now?
Okay. Your friend just looked for your phone and it's not in there.
That's all I was trying to do was see if my phone's in the car. Let me. Y'all don't need my phone.
We do. What's it going to be?
Y'all can unhook me.
No.
And we can just don't.
Uh-oh. Officer Keisha at the jail is not playing. Let's go.
Oh, God.
Look at the size of this broad.
Oh, my. It's bigger than an SUV.
Jesus.
Don't. I can get my phone. Do not grab my arm. You don't have to grab me because I know how to walk on my own. I'm not retarded.
Yeah, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Don't touch me. Do not touch me.
Did she pee in there?
Let my loving one go first. Ah! Fuck. I got a whole burn mark on my arm. Slow the fuck down. Can y'all let my arm go?
What a mess. Guys, these chicks are useless. Let's see if we can do a quick story. Hold on.
Well, people nationwide, including in the Charlotte area, are now concerned about how the president's mega bill could impact Medicaid and SNAP benefits. So a rally was held today in the Queen City to bring awareness to the legislation, potentially looking at their significant impacts. And $1 trillion could be cut from Medicaid over the next decade, causing close to 8 million people to become uninsured. So that's according to the Congressional Budget Office. Slashes to the SNAP program, also known as the food stamps, could also cost about 600,000 low-income households, an average of $100 a month in benefits. And organizers tell us that it's important that they voice their concerns about any potential cuts.
Very frustrating when we have to come to the streets in order to make sure that our families get what they need. We should not have to be standing out in 90-plus degree heat to be able to tell our legislators to take care of the people who voted for them.
Organizers say residents in Charlotte are now already seeing delays or losing their SNAP and Medicaid benefits ahead of the bill's signing.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News.
All right, guys. Good. Do you care, Snowboard? Because I certainly don't, right?
Oh, couldn't care less.
Couldn't care less. You know what I mean? Come on, man. What a joke. What an absolute joke. Oh, we're not going to get our food stamps. Boo-hoo. Oh, here we go.
That's why they needed extra help. New information for you. A judge told a murder suspect he now needs $1 million to get out of jail. Deputies said he had a machete slashed a woman's leg, and she died.
Damn.
Center 7's John Bedell live in Preble County. That's where he's been all afternoon. John, you talked with investigators today, and you were the only reporter in court this afternoon when that suspect apologized.
Yeah, I was, James, and I can tell you immediately the judge told him basically, be quiet, don't talk about your case. And a rep from his defense lawyer's office, I can tell you, had an audible reaction to what he had to say. That all happened right here at the courthouse. The suspect, he's right next door here at the jail as deputies investigate a murder.
Leah Huff lived in Middletown. On Sunday night, deputies told me she was with a man she knew at his friend's house near Camden. Then Huff hopped on the back of the man's motorcycle for the drive back to his home in Eaton. Sheriff Mike Simpson told us what happened just minutes later.
Suspect ran down the driveway, confronted this motorcycle.
Why?
And struck the passenger.
The passenger was Huff, and deputies say the suspect, Kenneth Brabant, slashed her with a machete when the motorcycle drove by his home on Upper Somers Road. With Huff bleeding badly, the man drove back to his friend's house where they called 911. Cruiser cam video shows deputies responding.
EMS got on the scene, and then there's just nothing they could do.
Deputies investigated, and they found that 5 minutes before that 911 call, Brabant's daughter made this call to dispatchers.
My ex is running up and down the road on his motorcycle, revving it up, trying to get my dad to come out. My dad is outside.
I asked the sheriff what they found when they investigated that claim about the ex.
Oh, so that was this chick's dad, and the guy on the motorcycle was the guy with the machete's daughter's ex. Oh,
No, it wasn't. Just happened to be a random motorcycle coming down the road.
Right now.
Oh, and it wasn't even the guy. It was a random motorcycle. So he ran out and just killed a random person.
Now, Brabant is the only one facing charges. Court documents say he tried to clean blood off the machete and hid it in the woods behind his home. He faced a judge for the first time Wednesday.
Oh, I'm sick. Sorry. Please do not get into the facts of your case.
The sheriff told me the suspect and the victim did not know each other.
And a complete stranger.
Complete stranger, yeah.
Look at that.
No.
So the daughter told the dad to go out there. Wow. This is the second time there's been a woman who got a guy killed and another guy a woman killed and then a guy getting put in jail. So, all right, you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll be live at 4 p.m. tomorrow. We'll do a daytime live, right? But I don't think that I'll do 50304s tomorrow. I think I'll take the night off. So, but actually, no. Why don't I just go live on this channel tomorrow night? Let's do that instead of 50304s. Guys, I'll be live at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this channel tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do that because I figure you guys are going to be out at barbecues and having beers and everything, right?
Yeah.
You know, day drinking, pass out, wake up at about 8.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Guys, hey, have a good early 4th, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the 4th of July.
Already got started.
Bye, guys.
All
Take
right.
it easy. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.